All right, guys, let's see how many people we can get in here. I haven't been on here in a long time. See if it's working. Is it working? I haven't been on here in a... Yep, it's working. Hey, Mel. Yeah, I'm just trying things out, see how it works. I'm seeing the notifications are working. That's pretty cool. Emily, how's it going? Thanks for coming in here, popping in with us just to hang out. See if I can get some more in here. Nobody knew I was doing this, so. Thanks, pal. We're going to share this out on the old direct messenger. Hey, Fox. Yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to figure it out. Direct messenger. I got to figure all this good stuff out anymore. Courtney's in here. Jess is in here. Well, I'll have to put up a link. See how these two go on to my channel. Hang on a second. And let's see who wants to play. I might have forgot how to do all this. We'll see. Mel, I literally just shut your. Well, do me a favor and share it out with your friends. Send them my way. You got to be kidding me. They took out the direct share? What a bunch of garbage. Viper's in here already. Look at see how fast that works. Jess just jumps in.
What is it?
I haven't seen you guys in forever.
I haven't seen you in forever, man. It's been what, like 30 minutes? Something.
Oh, look at that. There's another one.
I'm
There's
in
the
my
other-
pajamas.
Oh, welcome to the stream. Hey, I'm in my pajamas.
Hold on. I got backlog here.
I'm picking my nose.
Hey guys, everybody in the chat, thanks for stopping in. Fox, yeah, I'm figuring it out. And we got
Gotta
Dwayne,
zip my cup.
Emily,
Hello, Emily L.
Rattletrap. Haven't seen you in a long time. Good to see you. Okay, I suppose Hey, Courtney, you see how fast this is? Watch. See, add a moderator. I just made Jess a moderator. See how quick that was?
Boom, boom, boom.
Are you making fun of me? That's not nice. I'm
Yeah.
sorry, I couldn't figure it out. But you're a mod now.
Freaky
This is the
Geek,
first
good to
time
see
I've been
you.
on a live without makeup. You're killing me, Mark. This random live.
Oh, Emily L. No, I was doing a private live with Viper. We were doing some behind the scenes technical stuff.
Oh, there we go. Hi, Viper.
Hello, Miss Courtney. How are you doing on this wonderful evening?
Technical stuff, she says.
Yeah, I was trying to link all my accounts, and I was getting frustrated.
Oh yeah, that's easy. How you been, Freaky? Yep.
It's easy.
Hello,
It's
Freaky.
easy for you.
Yeah, it is. I'm not even using any of my. I'm just using StreamYard. I'm not even using any of the hard stuff yet.
See, I tried to do that hard stuff one time and one time only, and it like totally like hurt my brain.
Yeah, see, it's not just me.
We're just gonna do this here.
Oh, don't do that. You'll scare everybody.
I was gonna say, there it is. She was gonna say, just close your hoodie.
I'm like a million shades of red right now too.
5 shades of red.
I was gonna
Thanks,
say,
Mel, for sharing it out.
50 Shades of Red.
Yep.
Did you guys share it out?
I
Hit that
I
did
just
on the
shared.
community
That's
tab.
what I was
I'm sharing it
doing.
out now. I'm sorry, I'm slow, Mark.
I know.
I just shared it on my community tab.
What's
I
up
like
with my hood? Okay.
I like how she says, I'm slow, Mark, and he says, I know.
Truth Freeze. Hey, buddy, how's it going?
It's going.
Wait, how do I
yeah.
Oh, okay, we're good.
You got it, Courtney?
Shh, Mel, don't. Shh, quiet, Mel. Shh, quiet.
Courtney, I was actually being serious. Do you need help? You got it?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay.
I'm just being an airhead.
No worries. No worries.
I don't really have much to share. So, like, I mean, I don't
Hey,
think
Carla.
anybody on my Facebook. We'll see.
Carla,
Everybody I know is here.
Right. It's
there's
funny
a
though.
link up on the top, Carla, if you want to jump in, meet some new people.
Hello, Shawnee.
Meet the goofballs.
The goofballs.
Goofballs.
I saw live. I looked down. I'm like, watch live now. Rolling home 7 week. What?
Yeah. All right, time to fix some stuff. I see some banners out of whack. I haven't had any of this stuff up and running in no time.
All right.
Joe's Boss Light. Hello, good to meet you. Good to see you.
Hello. How are you doing?
I see Jen's in here. That's from
Yeah,
Carla.
I was on the phone with Courtney, and I was like, "Holy crap!" And she's like, "What?" I said, "Rollings just went live."
All right.
Blakey Blake, how's it going, buddy? New studio's up and running.
I can't find my chapstick.
You can't feel your chapstick?
No, I can't find it.
Oh, find it. I was like, I can't feel my chapstick. Poor thing.
Well, I've been outside like all day, and like
Yeah.
we did a lot of it. It was great.
I got Head Garden State Gardener. Good to see you.
Hello, Garden State Gardener.
Yeah, Freaky. It's been a long time. I haven't seen Jen. I was just talking to Carla before. So it's good to be back on here.
Hi, Jess. It's good to see you. Good to see you, Jess.
Courtney.
See, I haven't been on. Okay, I'll rephrase that. I haven't been on my side in a long time. I've been on everybody else's, been on my own.
Yeah.
My husband's in like a lot of pain tonight. He had his
Oh,
first
no.
round of physical therapy today, and it's not good. I'm just hoping that he can get fixed soon.
And get it done. Well, I'm not gonna ask how old he is on live.
Carla, Jen, you gonna jump on here?
Get it.
Fox,
Get
you
it.
gonna jump on here?
Get it done. I know it's not easy. It's easier said than done, but get it done. The sooner the better, you know, because it's just gonna get worse.
Well, the thing with Workman, it's under Workman's comp, so
I know.
it's such a process and slow.
You're
Did they
not-
actually?
you're not-
Did they actually work on his arm today?
Yeah, they made him do exercises and sent him home with a bunch of stuff, and
Jeez.
See what other
they're
fun-
going to make him do it 3 times a week.
Let's see what other stuff I can play with on here. Huh.
Hello, everybody. It's so wonderful to see people that I know too.
Right?
Garden State
It's
Gardener,
wonderful. I
everybody.
was going to say it's wonderful to see people I don't know.
Oh, well,
That
both.
too.
Well, I'm pretty happy we got 16 in here and I didn't even do anything. I didn't even share it out. So that's pretty good. Come on, Carla. Come on, Jen. Get up here.
Okay.
Come on. Where's Fox? I know he's in here somewhere. He's hiding. Truth. Get Mal up here. I think I can have 8 or 9 up here. I don't know how many can I have on here.
Do you have the paid version, Mark?
What? Yeah.
You should be able to get 10 on your panel then.
Oh wow. There you go.
My husband caught that I paid for StreamYard, paid for StreamYard. I'm like, sorry, babe.
Whoopsie.
No, truth. I'm not running OBS right now. I'm just doing StreamYard. I didn't want to mess around and play around. All right, Quebec Homestead out. Night, Mal. Because I just get off of work, Mal. You know that. That's why I'm up so late.
All right.
Yeah. I'm up late because I can never sleep.
I know. I went to bed like 1 in the morning, my time.
Ooh.
Why is that banner above your head there? What the heck is that?
Gardner State Gardner says my wife doesn't know yet. Laugh out loud.
Were you asking me that, Mark?
No, there's a banner above your head and blocking your head off. Yeah, Jess. Why'd you say? What do you mean light system?
What is that? That's on your end, dude.
Yeah, I know. I gotta get rid of
like
that.
the light system.
Here, let me. Here, hang on. Let's take that. This stupid thing here.
What's the point of putting up a light system if you don't use it?
Right?
Take
How
that
do I get
off.
rid of the stupid?
Oh, it's on StreamYard. You might need to go to banners or promote or something. It's on the.
Wait,
it's on-
why was Storyteller timed out?
Ooh, I don't know.
Oh, you have Streamlabs going.
Oh yeah, there you go. Sorry, Storyteller. I forget I have things.
Remember the Nightbot, Jess?
Yes, that was a nightmare.
I forget I have stuff in there, and all of a sudden it comes on. Yeah, you're just waving. I know. That stupid robot. Where is the... There it is. Delete. Boom. Gone. No more in your head.
Yay!
All right.
Storyteller got timed out because there's too many emojis.
Yeah. See, if I was actually running StreamYard, then I could deal with it, but I wasn't gonna turn it all on and mess around with all that stuff. So
Yeah.
I'd go easy way. Grace Martin, good to see you. See, I'm on. We got 20 in the house. 10 thumbs up. We're doing good.
I better make sure I hit the thumbs up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I auto do that now.
Auto do that.
Yep. If I see a live that's gonna come up, or or if you just uploaded a video and I just open it up, as soon as the page opens, I just click it without. I'll click thumbs up before watching the video.
Helen, good to meet you. Good to see you. Hey, Fox, you gonna come up here? What are you doing? Why, there's Jen. How you doing?
Hi.
Having fun? What are you doing up so late? Aren't you like the early birds of things?
Yeah, usually. Carly gets me up pretty early.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I have to try.
So who's all on panel?
Viper, and then you have Jess, and then you have Courtney. So you got Wade Family Farms, you got Keto Homestead, and Vipers. Put some in the chat.
Want me to- Wait, what?
It's nice to meet you guys. Hi.
Hi.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah.
You asked me to put something in the chat?
I gotta go. Yeah, put some in the chat. So, and then Carla's she's saying she's in bed sleeping. So I don't know how she can be in bed sleeping when she's talking on the chat.
Dude, okay, Gardner, this was random, okay? So This is why I look the. I'm wearing my pajamas. Okay. I was watching Gil and over there, and my phone died, and then I got on the computer to edit some videos, and then bam, Rolling decided to go on. So I was like,
Right. I was happy. Like, oh, sweet, somebody's live. Yay.
yeah, I was kind of excited too because yeah,
I told you that's how I do things. I just boom.
boom,
I'm sorry I
Boom.
missed you
stole
this
it from
morning.
me, Viper.
Right? That's your saying.
Well, Carla, I got Carla to come up here.
I'll tell you what, Carla's fun at night.
I think my TV's starting to get old.
There she is. In her
Yeah, for real. Where's,
Oh, shoot, I was in my pajamas.
And there
Hi,
she
everybody.
is.
oh my gosh, you aren't the only one.
Hello. I don't
I'm
usually
wearing
go
super
on
fuzzy
camera in my
pants right
pajamas.
now.
Carla, you're so cute.
Jen messaged me and she said, let's go up. So I said, okay.
Hey, Mitch.
And I
Hey,
took your
thanks for
advice,
stopping in,
always
buddy.
said we should always go on camera when we go on this.
You're telling me?
Oh, Mitch is in here.
Yeah, should I be on camera? I'm a mess.
Hello.
I'm
Yeah.
a serious mess.
I just got off of work. You want to talk about a
Oh,
mess?
dear God.
You always look all right. Men,
I mean,
men always
you don't
good.
look like a mess. You look pretty
Yeah.
good. Right?
Yeah.
You
Uh,
should see her. She's gorgeous. Like
Yeah, Jen.
Jen, yeah. Jen.
on a good day.
On a good day.
No, every day. Maybe because I'm prejudiced because she's my friend. So
Yes.
I never see her.
That's what it
looking
is.
bad.
You know, we're dealing with a lot of stuff in Colorado with the shooting.
Oh, boy.
yeah, that's
Mm.
Forgot
right.
about that.
I'll tell
That
you.
was terrible. Some YouTuber was there filming, and I guess he was really disrespectful to the police officers. Like they
Yeah.
told him to get out of the way, and he was. Oh my gosh!
He was
Why
very
did you make me go on
disrespectful.
camera?
I love
We
you.
got TT people on chat. Will and Grace. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess he was really disrespectful, and I mean, he was like showing the bodies on the road and stuff. It was terrible.
Wow.
It's just
That
awful.
stinks.
I did see it, and yeah, he could have helped a couple
Do you
people.
know that?
And
I mean, are you far from where that happened, Jen?
I'm about an hour away from Boulder. I can say that what was kind of surprising was they brought in 7 counties around it, including Denver. And usually, I mean, that's not normal. I mean, 1 or 2, 3, even with some of the higher, the murder cases, you know, that happen here, they don't ever really call in all of these counties. You know, I can't even think of a time, even maybe when the was it the Marcus Theater one here, when that happened. I can't remember them calling in so many counties to help.
I don't know what it is about the water in Colorado, but there seems to be a lot of murders there.
Well, and aliens, so I've heard lately with the
Aliens?
news.
Oh, aliens
Yeah,
too?
yeah, with the
Oh,
news I've
okay.
heard. Yeah,
I didn't know that.
the federal government just released their documents on unidentified flying objects, and apparently they love Colorado.
Oh, really? Oh, geez.
Helen, good to meet you. Hoot Hole, good to meet you. Deer Park, good to meet you.
Hello, everybody
to
in
the chat.
chat.
Hello.
I just brought up my chat on my phone. I couldn't see everybody. No, I was just on Diana's chat or on Diana's
Oh,
panel.
somebody drove by Jess's place.
Was it an
for an
alien?
hour.
Be quiet.
Jen believes in Bigfoot. You know
That's
that.
all I believe.
I actually believe in Bigfoot too. So.
Oh,
I
did
just
you
got a
see?
thing on Bigfoot.
Wait,
Yeah,
Courtney,
believe
did you
in
see that
Bigfoot.
Facebook page I sent you regarding Bigfoot?
No,
You didn't watch that?
no.
Hey, see, I believe in Bigfoot too.
Rolling. You hike, right, Rolling?
If she ever builds a house, she's going to have the windows way up so that Bigfoot can't get into her house.
That's right.
Yeah, Grace, it's good to be back on. I'm glad I got everything up and running, and now we're all set. Actually got Viper. I actually got the sound panels in today,
Nice.
It
so now
looks good.
I can actually put it behind there somehow. I'll figure that out tomorrow.
What's your backdrop?
What's my backdrop?
Yeah, those like, it looks like the universe.
I love it.
It is. It's
I know,
actually
it is like so cool.
it's the light system that I have now for the new studio. It actually, so if I stop the stars,
Okay, so you have a backdrop there too?
no, this is just the wall.
Oh, okay.
Oh my gosh, it looks so professional. I wouldn't have even guessed.
I know his new studio is pretty nice.
Yeah, my new studio, everything is on the community tab. You can see what it did.
Making me a little
Pretty
jealous.
cool.
And then at the front of the monitors, there's the neon lights that switch up. I got to get a new chair.
Yeah, I'm gonna be there too shortly. My center is getting a little flat.
Did you check out that channel I was telling you about, Rolling?
Yes,
Girl
I
with
did.
the Wood?
Yep.
Isn't she cool?
I didn't get to watch much of it because I had to go to work, but it'll be something I'll check out later on. That's some kind of shows that you just, when you're going to bed, you put something on to fall asleep to.
Yeah, she's neat though.
SD Mountain Man, how's it going? Thanks for coming in.
Dwayne, I would have totally done that, and the teacher would have been mad at me.
What's that?
Said in grade school, the teacher gave us a test to name Canadian provinces. The teacher got mad when someone said Sasquatch instead of Saskatchewan. I'm sure my friend gave Sasquatch as an answer.
I would have done the same thing.
Well, there's a different name for it. The Yeti, Sasquatch, Bigfoot. What
Right.
are some of the?
I should do a tour of my new studio.
Yes.
Yeah. I can come in on my phone, I think. As long as it doesn't go.
Right.
Hello, Thomas Schmidt.
Hey, Tom. How are you
Hey, Tom, how's
doing?
it going? Let's see here. How do I do this? I forgot.
What are you trying to do?
I got it.
Hey, Howie. Love
Hello,
Howie.
everybody.
Oh, hey, look at there he is. Hey, Howie. Good to see you. I'm playing
Yeah,
with the
buddy.
system, Howie.
I should have put a hat on like that.
You are adorable, no
Dude,
matter
you don't
what
want to
time
see
it
me
is.
without this hat on, for real.
Yeah,
This
we
was
do.
this was really bad. Random.
Bad.
No, it's not.
I've been so busy all day. Like, I was outside. I was with my chickens a lot. We moved the baby chickens with the big chickens.
Oh,
Went to Tractor Supply.
I had Taco Bell and it's not sitting well. It's not sitting well. I gotta start eating better. It's fast
Taco
food
Bell's so
is
good.
the birds.
Can't hear you.
I said you guys wanted to see the new studio, so we'll see if I can do this.
Yeah.
Yeah, buddy. Jen's the only one without a Nikon.
stop.
Wow, there's 2 marks, man. Double the pleasure,
Oh, wait.
double your
It's one
fun.
more and we'll be the Brady Bunch.
Yeah, all we gotta do is
That's
look down.
We have to look.
Just
at
gotta
each
look
other.
down and be like, hey, you.
And then you got, and I go over here, and then there's the light system is over there.
What
And
are
then
you
Oh
the-
yeah. Oh my God, that is beautiful.
it's kind of funny where I found this. And then in the front here, you can see the different lights go turning on behind the monitors here.
I have nice lights too, see?
I see him.
So
Oh my God, it does the ceiling too.
Yeah.
I love that.
I use just my laptop. That's all I use. I don't have any fancy
Oh, that is
stuff.
so cool.
You need a rave music. Doomps, 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 doomps.
Oh no, nobody's cammed up except for me, and I'm in my jammies.
Everyone. Oh,
I'm in my camera off.
I like your robe though. It's like
What the-
wait, what is going on with you? Okay, here, I'll join the club. There, I'll join the club.
it actually looks like you need some Chianti or something in a glass, you
Hey,
know.
Faithful Prepper, how's it going?
Gotta run.
Faithful Prepper, hello.
Faithful.
Hi, Faithful Prepper.
See, everybody saying cam up, PJs included.
Yeah.
Oh, Lord.
Come on,
Well,
turn it
look,
on,
I'm
turn
in
it
my
on.
PJs.
Well,
It's not fair.
don't
No
expect me to
fair.
look like this avatar at 10 o'clock at night.
Uh-oh.
You got to watch out because if people don't see the cam on, then all of a sudden they start thinking somebody's pooping. So
Actually,
just be careful.
Yeah,
Let
you
them
were
know.
telling me this morning,
That's
you
why
don't
I
put the
quickly-
cam on.
It can go both ways.
People
Looks
like
like
to
Jen
see
is
it.
pooping.
Yeah, we're all pooping. We should have like a poop.
That's what
Jess
we
is
want
not
to
even on there to even defend herself. Where are you
Well-
at, Jess? Huh? Pooping, are you?
Drop something.
That
No.
was rude.
It's putting my hair in a struggle bun.
A struggle bun. Quickly, look decent.
That's right. Let me go brush my teeth. No.
I
Oh,
did
guys-
that
Lord.
earlier. I was actually on Diana's panel, and then I planned to go to bed, but I saw Rolling was on, and I thought because he was going to come back and go on her panel, and then she went off, and so I saw he was live, so I thought since he came on my panel this morning, I thought I'd go on his. So
Yeah.
didn't
I missed
expect
you guys
so
this
much
morning.
turnout.
I watched the replay.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah.
Well, she always goes on right about the time where I'm getting ready for work.
Yeah, you had to leave.
I know.
That's too bad. 'cause
Gasoline
everybody
gas
loves
prices is going through the roof, and I think it's going to get worse. So
It is.
Oh, Viper showed. I almost had a heart attack. That's not.
You don't even want to know what we pay out here.
That's nuts.
I
They-
think we're
I
at
just-
like 340.
We're double that out here.
Really?
we
We're-
just got our natural
Say it was
gas
gonna
bill
go
and
up
it
to
doubled.
Oh,
$4
Hey, Tyler. I gotta get Tyler. Tyler, you gonna come up here?
Oh,
or
there
you-
she is. Hello, Jen. Hello, Jen.
hi.
Autotron, that's not true. I
Well,
don't believe.
it came out of the
It's not
bag.
a shame.
Jess, you are
Um,
pooping, right?
No,
What?
I was I had to go get a piece of ham and I didn't want to be on camera like chomping away like some crazy person, so I turned off my camera.
Mm-hmm.
Just like when I went to go get water out of the bathtub for the chickens the other day, and you guys thought I was on the.
Oh, I could have put earphones on.
Well, you
Well,
look
you
like
sat-
you were on the toilet.
You sat down and you were like, oh.
Yeah, I know.
Yes. So you gave us invitation.
That was false hopes there.
That would be. Tyler, you gonna jump up here?
Oh,
I thought
That
there
was
was
kinda
more
funny.
people than this before.
What?
Somebody else was here? I thought there was like 9 people up here before.
Well, if I pop back in here, then there'll be 6
There's 6 right now.
or 7. Yeah, I can't count anymore. It's getting too late.
He hasn't pooped yet.
oh dear God.
Yeah, buddy.
How do I do the awesome green screen, Faith? It started out as my 11-year-old likes that the stars and the atmosphere and stuff like this, and I found this really cool projector for his room. And then Mama put the moon and the planets on the glowy ones that goes on kids' ceiling. So I thought that'd be really cool to have this. And then I got this brain fart of an idea saying, "Hey, that looked pretty good in my studio." That's how I did it.
Yeah.
Don't let your baby
I wouldn't have
grow.
thought of that either. Instead of using just, the green screen, I wouldn't have thought of just getting a light like that. And actually, that looks better.
I got the green screen, but then we just finished redoing the whole studio, and I don't want to put any holes in the walls.
Hmm.
But I have a huge green screen.
you have a dedicated room for your studio, or
Yeah.
I want that so
so it's
bad.
separate from your house?
That's one of my goals when I get my house. Oh,
Is having a dedicated room.
That
for
would be
your
so
Yeah.
nice.
yeah. And I have my vision in my head and in my Amazon shopping list.
Hey, Faith, if you want the links on the top, jump on in here.
Hop on in.
Meet some new people.
Turn
Yeah.
on your camera and then just jump up and down so you can jump in. You get me?
Jess is
Yeah,
still pooping,
Faith.
so
Yeah, I'm pooping while I'm talking to you guys.
I figured
Too much info.
you can never can tell when somebody goes to their face like that. It's like,
You know,
what
Courtney,
exactly are you doing?
I've
you keep
eaten.
teasing me about pooping. I'm gonna start sending you pictures.
oh,
Don't do that.
I don't like eating on camera.
I'll just end up sending them to Mark and Viper.
All right.
oh. So what's going on, Howie? How are you doing over there in your land of the woods?
Where's everybody from? Can you guys tell us? I'm from Pittsburgh.
Really? You don't live too far from me.
Really? Where are you?
I'm in Ohio.
Hi-yo.
I
hi-yo.
live an hour away from Pennsylvania. Yeah, about an hour, 45 minutes away from PA.
There you
Oh,
go, Faith. If you want to come on, there's the link for the
Yeah, we're not far from
StreamYard.
Yeah, I've been to like the Pittsburgh Zoo and
I wanted to go there on Sunday because it was so nice out. But we
Just want to jump on and say hi to all the cool kids.
You're in Alberta, Dwayne? I have family there.
Freaky. I'm from Earth.
You're from Earth,
Men are from Mars and women are from
that's
Venus.
questionable.
from Mars.
I forgot about how funny you are, Freaky.
I'm also from Ohio, but Southern Ohio.
Dan's from South Central Wisconsin. Cool. That's awesome.
Wisconsin.
I've never been to Wisconsin.
You know that Jen is originally from Wisconsin,
I
right? Roland?
am. I'm from Appleton, a little town, Appleton, Wisconsin.
That's a big town now.
Is it the Fox
Yep.
Valley?
Yep.
And her husband's originally from Alaska.
Yep, grew up there.
Well, hello, Helen Dixon from Northern Ireland.
Cool.
Northern Ireland.
That's pretty freaking cool.
Like early morning there.
Oh,
Hey, Freaky, I'll tell you a new one. This is hilarious. The next time somebody asks you to call their phone because they lost their phone, just start screaming at the top of your lungs, "Oh phone, oh phone!"
That's funny.
I have
Oh, I
to do
forgot what
that
I was gonna say.
multiple times a day.
Wasn't important.
No.
I always put my phone down wherever I am at the time, and I just forget where I put it.
Yeah, the best part is when you're on your phone and you're like, I'm just trying to find my phone. I just can't find it. And you're on
Yes.
your
I do that with my glasses all the time.
Yes. Do
Where's
that
my
with my
glasses?
glasses too.
yeah.
Where's my glasses?
There they
They're
are.
on the top of my head.
I'm throwing up the fucking shaka. Excuse my French. Can I cuss on this channel?
Nope. Be careful.
Oh, I screwed up. My language. I'm sorry. I suck. Horrible person here. No, I'm just kidding. I use profanity. Hello, everybody. I'm a new subscriber, and he put out the link, so I wanted to come on and say hello.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
How's it
I'm
going?
Auditron. I actually live in Hawaii right now, but I was living in San Francisco about a year ago. I was homeless under a bridge, and I went from being homeless to living in a high rise in Waikiki in a year,
Nice.
all during
Hey.
the pandemic.
Wow.
Fucking A.
Good for you, man.
But I think that's amazing, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
There's
but it's
some-
like, but I was prepping, so you know what I mean? It's like
Yep.
when you're homeless, you're not thinking about like how can I like get like, you know, like everything that I need, you know what I mean, for my dwelling space, because I have a space to keep stuff in. But when you're homeless, you're thinking, hey, you know what? What's the best place to be homeless? Because I know San Francisco is probably not, and neither is Boston because it's going to be freezing
Oh,
quite
you
half
don't want
the
to
year.
live. Where are you located?
Right now I'm in Hawaii. I'm on
Oh.
Oahu.
How did you get to Hawaii? Did you swim?
I flew here. Yes, I swam through the air.
Sorry, I couldn't help myself.
Actually, I flew here. Check it out. I flew here, without a vaccine pass, without a vaccine passport, without any like weird passport, or what do you call that, the national ID and stuff. Just on the basis of like a state ID. That's all. I flew here, but I did have to quarantine. But I mean, here's the thing. Here's my question. I mean, I'm not even trying to bore you guys, because you guys are, in my opinion, much more respectable than me. Like, you have things
No,
that make
yeah.
me envy. I'm envious of your stability, and like I'm just in honor, to be here on the stream, and it just feels like, because I'm on this island, I think prepping is different on an island than it would be in like a mainland place. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Actually-
can we? I don't know.
Well, yeah,
I just kind of wanted to talk about that.
Expensive.
I got actually a good friend of mine, Johnny, that's from Hawaii. That's Fox was just asking, because he's always, when Johnny pops in here, if he's up or not, I know, but that's awesome, man, that you actually got yourself, you went from homeless and then you went and got yourself, your work, and you got a place. That's great, man. And prepping is always a positive, because
Props.
Yeah.
you can
Yeah,
know,
props.
that's what you got to start somewhere.
It got me through this.
Right. Thank you for that. No, I do appreciate you acknowledging my movement from being outside to being inside. And I love being inside. It's so great having a place to shower. And I want to big up someone in chat right now, Mountain Man. I think it's SD Mountain Man, who
Yep.
wishes that they had a place. And I don't know. Do you know who that is? He's in your chat.
I know him. I've seen him in my chat before.
Yeah.
But I've been off of here for a
He
long
was saying
time.
he was saying he would love a room right now, or some sort of place, And I instantly thought, wow, that sounds like me about a year ago, for real.
Well, with
Yeah.
this pandemic too, a lot of people have found themselves in that kind of situation. So mad props.
I got a lot of I got a couple vets friends that are lost it, and they're on the streets. And every day I think about how they're doing. So
Yeah.
kudos to you, man, for actually stepping up and getting yourself back on track. I know it's hard and it's difficult when you don't have anything, and where do you start? So that's kudos to you for actually taking that initiative and jumping up there. So I hope you're the best, man.
Absolutely.
Honestly, I can't take credit for it. You guys are good people for acknowledging, like, the obvious, that a person who is adversely affected by a situation of homelessness has a harder time than most people do to actually get right. But I literally put myself into that situation with intent to actually get rid of all of the physical possessions. I did what Jesus would do. I just let go of everything.
Right.
At one point, this was 2010 when I did that. And I was like, oh, I'm free. I have no rent. I have no property. I just felt so good, And then it took like time,
Yeah.
After I did a bunch of research and studying, I was spending my time working. I never took welfare. I never was begging for money. What I did was I worked as a private contractor doing window cleaning for people, and I acquired a bunch of clients that would, repeat on a regular basis. And so I had steady income that allowed me to study the law and study, different areas of whatever it was that I was interested in at the time. But I eventually started to realize that I could get more done and more accomplished in my life if I had like a roof over my head. And so I'm like, okay, I need to be prepared for accomplishing more.
Right.
If I want to accomplish more, I have to actually put myself into the position where I can accomplish more.
Yeah.
And And
Absolutely.
so, and also I was getting like, it was a health issue too. Like being outside, is dirty, always dirty. So like my heart goes out to people that are outside all the
Yeah,
time with no,
it's
right?
rough.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have
Yeah. So
people in Pittsburgh here that live under bridges, and it always makes me sad, especially in the wintertime,
Mhm.
because it
Yep.
gets cold here.
You know, I had never seen really homeless when I grew up in Wisconsin, but moving to Colorado, they're everywhere, and it's just
It's because
horrible.
it's
It's so
just way too cold up here. That's why, Jen. They'd freeze to death. I mean, even when I do my winter challenges, I've got all the training, I got all the gear to do that. I've been prepared. I do it all the time, and it still takes a toll on me. I mean,
Yeah.
every year I'm like, this is my last one. I'm done. I'm getting too old for this, and then I do it again, and then I'll say, okay, this is my last one.
Yeah.
I'm done.
You're right.
So
You should
it's
be proud, though, of yourself, Auditron. Very
Yes.
proud.
You
Because,
did
I
the
mean,
work.
that's
yeah.
funny. That's funny.
there's a lot
I
of
mean,
people.
what I did was I appreciate your comment there about I should be proud of myself, but pride is like, I don't know if I should be proud or should be ashamed because, letting go
No, never be
of
ashamed.
material possessions, right, was like a mind-opening like time period for me where I started to realize how like, I've been living for so long in ignorance, and so like,
Uh-oh.
No, I
Oh,
lost
darn.
it.
Take care, Freaky. Oh, did we lose him?
Yeah.
There he's
Oh,
back.
Oh, here he
am I
comes.
back?
Yeah, you're
Wow,
back.
YouTube. Thank you. YouTube is tripping out. I don't know why. Whatever. Was saying basically that I'm not trying to be proud of who I am, like for the homeless experience, and I'm just a nobody, man. I'm just like literally some dude who slept under a bridge because I was like, I'm sick and tired of paying rent, But I ended up in Hawaii, and that's interesting. It's like I don't know, like a prep, but I guess I'm trying to relate this back to prepping because when you're prepping as a homeless person, you can't do it in the same way that you do as someone who is housed.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what you can do though, buddy, is that you can show other people how to get out of the same spot that you were in, That's a cool thing about it is that, you're proof that it can be done. And a lot of those guys, their self-esteem is shot because their wife left them, their girlfriend left them, whatever means necessary. They got bankruptcy. I've seen people do that, or they're coming out like that. So now you have an opportunity, and it's awesome to be in that position to help other people say, hey, I've been where you're at, and now I can show you the same way that I got out of it. And that's really cool because you're debt, I'm guessing you're debt free if you come out from being homeless to having a place. So that's cool. You don't have the big overhead like the rest of us do. So,
Right.
Every circumstance is different. Let's not put too much into it. I mean, I definitely have my debts, if you will. I'm not even I'm trying to use that word kind of loosely, but
yeah.
the word
When you own a house and you have, all this other stuff, I'm actually going to be starting to minimize my stuff here. I want to be doing things where just the minimum.
Mhm.
And because after a while, you get.
I'm sorry.
You
I'm just like, I'm excited. Yeah, you got me excited.
you get so much junk stored up. It's not even funny.
Really.
Looking at a farm. Good
Oh,
to see you.
exactly. So you've been wow, that's kind of interesting because I feel like the work that I did over the past decade of letting go of physical attachments was on purpose. It was actually for people like you right now who are like now feeling like, hey, I'm going to minimize the way that I'm doing things. I'm going to let go of physical possessions. Like, wow, like, so you saying that like is it makes me feel good because I know that my work was having an effect on the spiritual plane, on the the grid work of creation for mankind, because that's really what it was. It's like I'm gonna maintain this one consciousness, this higher consciousness of letting go, so that way, like my future man, whenever they deal with the hardship of the government sitting here trying to like hammer down on some strict policies or whatnot, they will be able to easily let go. Why? Because I already prepared the way for you energetically by letting go
Right.
myself. And I did it with the intention of helping you. You see what I'm saying? It wasn't even about like, oh, this is just gonna make my life easier. No. My whole intent was to like for the betterment of all. Like I'm about sacrificing for the good of all, you know. And so like I hope that my experience is benefiting you. And so hearing you say that like just means a lot to me that you're even thinking about letting go of all this stuff, you know.
Well, people that know me know that I do things the old-fashioned way. My policy is the simple or the go back to the basics, and that's
Would
how
you
I actually
consider
do things.
yourself a minimalist, Rolling?
A minimalist, I would say
Yeah.
probably no, because
No, you're not.
I got I got a house and I got land, I got vehicles, but I don't do stuff with tractors. Everything I do on the homestead, I do by hand. So if it's shoveling or digging a hole, I do it all by hand. I split
But-
wood, I cut wood,
You test yourself in the most primitive of conditions, right?
Yep.
See, and I think that's important.
I think he was talking about how, I was telling you about that girl in the woods and how she camps in a tent in the middle of winter when it's -20. And you
Mhm.
were saying you go out and, you test yourself constantly, which is, some of us couldn't do it. I mean, I
There
couldn't
it
sleep
is.
in the woods.
I mean,
like,
you look at it this way: if you take yourself and put yourself in 40 below degree weather and spend a week out there, and you find out real fast on the things that work and don't work. And the sad thing is if you're not careful, you'll end up getting yourself hurt.
Hmm.
So you got to have that kind of skill set to know what you're doing. But at the same time, when I come back, when we came back this last time, first thing we do is we go to Pizza Hut and we ordered like 3 or 4 pizzas and we sit down and eat pizza because, you haven't had anything like that for a long time. But it is an eye-opening experience, and it does show you, for number one, let's just put an example, a homeless person, they don't have to worry about electricity, cell phones. Just put that stuff aside one time, like on a weekend, just shut your power off.
Hmm.
And see what you can do. And you learn out real quick the things that you wish you had. And it's like he said, a shower. When I spent a week out in the woods, yeah, you can do the old GI shower, but let me tell you, when it's that cold outside, the water that you're trying to wash your face or underneath your armpits or something, it freezes when it touches you because it's so cold out. You can actually take buckets of water and throw it in the air, and you'll have ice. It's
where do you sleep when you do that? Do you sleep in a tent?
nope. Everything I do, I make myself. So it's a
Oh my
cabin
gosh.
that are lean-to, or if it's like in deep enough snow, then I'll make like an igloo or something like that.
Yeah.
But it's all handmade. There's no tents.
Right.
I love that. And see, I think at some point in our lives, everything could be taken away, right? And we're getting used to some of the fluff in life. So testing ourselves kind of just puts us in perspective.
Yeah, let's see. SD Mountain Man, he's just saying it. When you test your stuff and it doesn't work for you anymore, just get rid of it. And sometimes I'm a terrible. I swear I'm a hoarder because I'll take something apart and I'm like, oh, I can use that later on. So I'll put it on the shelf, or I'll put it in a bin in the shop, and then I'm
That's
like,
how I am.
I'll go back out in the shop and I'm like, why did I even use this? Why do I got this? And then I'll throw it away. And exactly 2 months later, it happened. It never fails.
It is.
I need that. And I'm like, dang it, I just threw that out.
Yep.
But the problem is that, when I bought this place, we moved in from a 3-bedroom apartment, and we didn't have that much. And then when I got here, I'm like, I'm going to keep it simple. I'm not going to load up on stuff, and I'm not going to have a bunch of stuff. We're going to keep it nice and neat. 4 years later, here I got stuff packed to the rafters already. So it's
Yeah.
like, truth.
I've
What?
just started
And
downsizing too.
Well, that's just interesting, man. It really, really is. I don't know what else to say other than that. That people tend to have the tendency to pack it up, like let's store it just in
Yeah.
case, and we store kind of the wrong things, like in a
Mhm.
sense, like a lot of times.
Yeah. There's so many. I mean, I'm so limited in my apartment where I am. I can't. If you gave me a chair, I would have no space for it. But there's so many little things that I've kept over the years that I'm like, oh, one day, I'll have my house and I keep it, and I keep it, and I keep it, and then years later, I'm like, why do I even have this? Like, I'm gonna have to no, and then I just throw it away or I donate it or
Yeah.
we
Yeah,
donate a lot of stuff. Sometimes I leave stuff out front in the street and somebody will take it.
I do that too, and most of the time, you think, or I'll take it to Goodwill. But like
Yeah.
the one year we had, I went and I had a bunch of extra vegetables, so I went down to the food bank and I was going to drop it off there. And because it wasn't packaged, they didn't want to take it. And I'm like, this, so it's like, really? Okay, well, I start calling people, hey, you need this, hey, you need this, and
yes.
it's like,
Yeah. Industry standards, community standards, definitely interfering with being able to trade,
Mhm.
You know what
amongst each other.
Here's something we were talking about homeless people. A couple of years ago or two, was it a couple of years? When was last year? 2020. So yeah, about 2018, 2019. My friend, he passed away last year. He said he's every year, once a year, he donates to the homeless. And he was like, hey man, you want to participate? Da da da. I'm like, yeah, sure. So I came in my truck. I went all the way to his house. He was about 2 hours away from me. Drove all the way to his house. We went to Taco Bell. We spent, I think it was like $20 or $30 for like 99-cent tacos. Then we went to McDonald's, did the same thing, $30, got 99-cent cheeseburgers. So it's like 30 of them each. And then we had a bunch of clothes that I had brought from my own closet that I wasn't wearing, things I didn't need, things I didn't care for anymore. I was just sitting there just because why not? And he had clothes, his wife had clothes, his son had clothes, and we all basically put that all in bags and boxes, put it in. I mean, my truck was loaded. Like we had the whole cargo area from left to right, from bottom to top, just full of stuff. And we were literally driving around the whole city looking for homeless people and just saying, you want food, you want water, you want clothes. I'd open the hatch and these people were just so happy. We had women taking clothes from the women's clothes.
That's
and
what's up.
and we were just helping everybody. We drove around like 4 or 5 hours till we had nothing
That's
left.
amazing.
Thank you. Hey, thank you for sharing that. That is a beautiful
That
story.
was
Really is.
the guys that are in the panel, make sure you throw your links in the chat right away. I'm sure there's people in here that you guys don't see and don't have. So,
I'm on my mobile.
I don't have a channel.
Forgot about that.
I support Carla.
But no, I think like what dude was just saying about driving around and seeing people, and like asking them if they're homeless or whatnot. Like, I mean, at one point I took a position of like I look around and I see these people that are like what I would determine to be without. They are without.
yeah.
And so I'm like,
Stuart,
well, wait a minute. Let me change the way that I see this person. Instead of seeing them as a person without.
Yeah,
Right.
and that's the thing I learned
Because
going around
of
the
me,
city.
now this person has the opportunity to have such and such, And it's like, no, this person is no longer a person that is lacking because I'm here as the larger part of them to give them, whatever it is that they might need,
Do you think
Yeah.
people look
hang on
down
a second, guys. I want to address Stuart and Lisa Martin. He says, I'm disappointed in this chat. Never give your things up in these time of unknown times. You will just be able to hop skip to the store. You're absolutely correct on that instance right there. And there's a difference between giving up stuff that you no longer need or use anymore. But I'm sure a lot of these people are homesteading and preppers and stuff like that. They have their stuff put aside. Like in homesteading, I teach thriving. Instead of surviving, I teach thriving. Anybody that's been a part of my chat or my live streams or my channel knows that. So we grow our own food and we have an abundance. And if I see I have more than what I need, to put away. I like to give my stuff up, but
Ah, dang
I
it.
just wanted you to be aware that, we're not giving up things and helping somebody else out in need. Here she is, guys. Here's Faith. I got her up here.
Hi,
Hi, Faith.
Hey,
Hi.
nice to meet you.
So,
I'm half up here.
I knew
Just-
sooner or later
just
you'd come
following
up here.
Carla.
But I just wanted you, him to understand that, Stuart, giving stuff away to people that are in need is not necessarily a foolish thing, because everybody needs the help. I'm sure people are not giving.
Courtney.
Yeah.
Oh no! I
For
dropped my spoon.
Christmas, I gave away all of my handbags
that's what you get.
to downsize. You know, it's not something I need. They sat on a
I had
shelf.
to go wash my.
Hey,
Yeah,
Gil.
exactly. One's man.
Hi,
You know,
Gil.
I'll tell you another story. You want to watch it? Okay, thank you. I didn't know this until my grandfather passed away. We moved to America in '89. I was 3 years old, and I came into a 2-story house, couple acres, like 4-bedroom. I just came into that life, and I grew up with that, and it was normal for me. We moved out of that house, moved to Arizona, got another big house. I've always been in home, so for me, I've always had that. It's just normal for me because I'm a kid. I don't know any better. And when I grew up and he passed away, I forgot how old I was. Not long ago, he passed away like 7 years ago, something. And I found out that when he came to America, I forget what year, when he came from Haiti, because they were living in Haiti. He came from Haiti, him and my grandmother, to New York, but he came by himself first, and he had literally nothing. He just showed up himself and was homeless for I don't know how long in New York on the boardwalk back in the 70s or 80s.
Wow.
And literally zero. And I don't know how he did it, but I found this out when he died, that he came here, was eating out of trash cans and all that typical, homeless people stuff. And he
Aw.
somehow turned his life around, got a big house, that 2-story house that I moved into. He got a big house, had the Cadillacs, got his own business. He had literally like a couple miles down the road, he had his we had a deli business. And he literally built the house. Like, he got the house, but he furnished the house out of people's trash. We
Yep.
would drive around, and till the day he died, like, he always loved garage sales, and he would drive around looking for garage sales or looking for people throwing away cabinets or china cabinets and tables, whatever. And
Carla, doesn't it
one
sound like
man's
my life?
one man's trash is another man's treasure. It's
So-
true.
You and I
Actually-
live a parallel life. That was so my story too.
So
Yeah, when
Faith,
you were
while
growing up.
you're up here,
Is that Faith talking right now? Talking about parallel lives?
No, that was
No, that's
Carl.
Jen.
Oh, I can't see the voices moving. Sometimes StreamYards let the icon move a little bit.
Yeah.
I
That was
couldn't
when
tell who this was.
right, your dad immigrated here from.
Yes, my
Right,
dad came from Puerto Rico, and it's the same
nothing.
story. And I grew up with, he would garbage pick, and he would go to my friends' houses, so I would be made fun of in school. I just saw your dad picking through my garbage. Well, that's
See,
why.
I was always told not to make fun of people like that. Like, people
I
don't
learned
have
that.
like morals or anything anymore.
I learned that, and it's one thing.
Oh, they have more.
It's
so
one thing
wrong.
that I don't really like promote, but it's always embedded in my head that there'll always be there will always be people better off than I am, and there will be people that I'm better off than, and there are people that are less fortunate than I am, and so for me, it's like I don't judge people by their status.
Right.
I mean,
Okay,
Nobody
that's
doing
awesome.
To me,
better
the
than
rich-
you
No, that's
will
awesome.
ever put you down.
To me, the rich billionaire is just as
Right.
as equal as the homeless person.
If you guys really look at it, the rich millionaire is actually more miserable than we are, because their debts are higher.
That's right.
They have, there's a lot of them guys are very unhappy because you get bored of one thing, you're gonna go get something new, or I'm gonna try this out, and
and
they
because
don't
you can
have
afford it,
so,
it's so easy. It's so easy
Yeah,
because you can
absolutely.
afford it, and then you get bored of it. And you're like,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Check this out. Here's an interesting perspective that I found to be highly profitable as it relates to like spiritual growth, okay, and mental and physical growth up to everything about me. Like my whole entire life prospered from this one practice, and this practice is one where you view other people as angels,
whoa,
especially people that you would perceive to be people that were in lack.
yeah,
Because when you really think about it, like the world is filled with material, okay, and so like there's really no way that we would be in lack like as physical beings because the world is filled with material.
yeah.
So we are here and everything is abundant, you know. And so a lot of time these homeless people, this is a practice I used to do. I used to walk around, I used to ride my bike around, and whenever I would see somebody that I used to think was homeless or that on first
Oh
glance, you know,
yeah,
you're
that's
riding your
very
bike,
common.
you're riding your bike, and then you see them, and you're like, oh, I see that person, they're homeless, and that's the first thought that comes to your mind, right? But really, what if you switch that up and you said, hey, that's an angel giving me the opportunity. I have the ability to give or not to give. See, and then now the choice is on you to determine who you are, right, in the world.
Hmm.
No longer are you looking at your fellow man as someone below, right, and having a low lot in life as being poor, but
Mhm.
instead you're looking at this person that is apparently without. And you're looking at them going, wait, this person's giving me an opportunity to decide who I am. And that itself is a blessing, if you think about it, because how often do you really have that? In general, you have people telling you who you should be in life.
Yeah,
And you know what I mean? Like, here's how you should live your life. And so many people live their life according to other people's expectations. And that's
There's
why
no
I'm saying,
normal.
here's
let me
this
talk.
one story, in brief. I'll be very quick with this. As it relates to what I was just talking about, when I was living in San Francisco, like I said, I was homeless at this time. Okay, and I was very big into meditation and you know doing mantra work. And there was this like book that I was looking for called Personhood, and I was looking for it in PDF because I can convert every PDF into an audio, right? If you have knowledge of technology and mobile phones or computers, you can convert PDFs into audio and you can just listen to them, right? So I was
Yeah,
really looking for this one book called Personhood. And this book basically describes the different phases of personhood as you're an infant, from to young child to adolescent and upward. But like I couldn't find it in the PDF form. And so I just like kind of gave up on it. And this was at the time when I was like seeing homeless people as angels. Okay, so I'm here riding my bike around town, and I see homeless people. I'm like, "Hey, you're an angel." I'm like, "Okay." So I walk up to this one homeless dude. I'm like, "You're an angel to me because you're giving me the opportunity to give." Like I know who I am, and I want to thank you for letting me, helping me to choose who I am. I'm somebody that can give. I have a few bucks on me, let me help you. Let me give you something, like thank you for showing me that I have the ability to give. You see what I'm saying? Like rather than, oh, I see that you're poor. No, 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 no. You're not showing me that you're poor. You're showing me that I have the ability to give, to help, right? And so by having that position, I don't know, I think it was that particular stance mentally by me that was actually allowing me to kind of have this next scenario kind of like uh, come about. And this, you'll never believe what this guy straight up said. This dude said, "Hey, do you like to read?" And I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "Here's a book. Take this book, right?" So I take the book, and the book was called Personhood. It was a physical hardback copy of the exact book that I was looking for online, but I couldn't find.
Hmm.
So I you know, I can't help but think that if I hadn't thought of this person as an angel, if I hadn't had that current mindset of like how this person is allowing me, you know, the opportunity to give, and not just that, but it's like I see this person as an angel instead of someone who is low in life. This person is like, whoa, a blessing. You see what I'm saying? Like, can you imagine seeing homeless people as a blessing? Come on, let's start picking up our people at, you know, spiritually, you know what I mean? And like by doing so, like what I wanted actually to happen actually happened. Like someone brought me the actual book, the physical hard copy of what I was looking for online. So I mean, that's a true story. And you know, I can't really explain how it happened, but I do attribute the manifestation to my perception of how I view other people, you know what I mean, and view my surroundings. So that's I mean, just like a highlight of like kind of like one homeless person. Mind you, I was homeless when this happened. So I myself was homeless, and then I'm viewing other homeless people as angels. You see what I'm saying? So it's like because I knew that I was choosing to be homeless. You see what I mean? It's a completely different experience when you're choosing that lifestyle, and then when you know someone else has no choice, or they're elderly or whatnot. You know what I mean? Or they're disabled or whatnot. It's a completely different position or lot in life. You know what I mean? So like it definitely comes down to perspective. But yeah, hopefully you guys got something out of that.
Absolutely. So I'm gonna give the floor to Faith. I've met Faith probably about a month and a half ago on, I think it was on Gray's channel, if I'm right. Is that right, Faith? And
Yeah, Gray Man.
yeah, and she actually, I went over there and I was spent some time on her channel. She's got some really good, interesting stuff. Now you got to remember, she's the prepper in the family, which I thought was really cool because there isn't too many people and that would actually get up and make that stand. It's usually us men that decide, oh, I'm going to do this and I'm going to be the prepper. And I thought that was pretty neat. She's got kids and stuff like that too. So it's really interesting. So if you guys want to go check out Faith's channel, she's got a lot of good stuff over there. And I'm glad that she's part of the homestead now too. So Faith, if you want to tell them a little about your channel, go right ahead.
Oh, thanks. I just no, I kind of like I love the idea of like homesteading. We always had that kind of in the back of our minds because my sister is a homesteader and really into it. And we just barely got chickens for the first time. And I think like a lot of us think kind of the homestead, survivalist, preppers, I think kind of our ultimate, we have a lot of similar goals of just being more self-sufficient and not relying on other people. So even though we kind of might go about it a little bit differently, overall, we still have a lot of same ideas and goals. So I love that.
Yeah, I mean, homesteading and prepping is actually the same. And like we teach is, you know, the thriving instead of just surviving. And as homesteaders, we put our food away for the winter. We grow our own food. We put it up. And same thing is like as prepping. That the ultimate goal is to, you know, morph those two together. So you have the prepper side, and then you also have the homesteading side. And that's what me and Gray are going to be talking about here in the near future is how we can combine the two of them and really make it shine. Absolutely. So then you got Gil up there just all quiet behind his garden.
Gil's awesome.
Hey, Gil.
He's my buddy too.
So thanks for
He's in front of a green screen. That's not really what's behind him. Come on.
No.
No, so what's behind me is a green screen, but I'm just listening to everybody and just soaking it in right now. I just came in late, so when I'm listening to the conversation, what's going on in the chat here, my perspective on life is that we are all God, and I froze again. We are all God's children, born equal. Where we go from there is what we decide. Are we going to grow and expand our potential, or are we going to squirrel away our gifts, hide them, and actually wither on the vine? And you know, you can interpret that any way you want, but your actions are going to determine what you become. It's like the tale of the pauper and the prince.
Yeah.
You know, what you do determines how you grow, what you really become.
See you later, SD. Thanks for coming in, man.
SD Mountain Man, peace out, my D. I hope you are well. I swear, for real. Like,
Yeah.
And
I love this guy. I used to live in San Diego, so I think he's from San Diego.
South Dakota, I think.
Yeah, South Dakota.
South Dakota. Okay, yeah, totally wrong. I love being wrong. All right.
And so I just look at it as there's always a way to improve yourselves. My dad
Yep.
was probably the biggest example to me of that. Okay, he was born in 1930, the beginning of the first year of the Great Depression. His father died a couple of years later in an accident, and when he was 8 years old, he stepped off the front porch down there in Indio, California, got bit in the shin, in the lower leg there, by a rattlesnake. And they said he wasn't going to live. They gave him the horse serum, which was what they had for rattlesnake bites, and that is what nearly killed him. His grandmother, who was a deputy sheriff down there, sat next to the bed with a double-barrel shotgun and would not let the doctors amputate his leg. And once the horse serum was out of his system, he started getting better. But he always had his right leg was always 2.5 inches shorter than his left leg. That in mind, at 17, he made it into the top 10 nationals for all-around cowboy. He stayed there for 10 years. When he, during the off season, he became a heavy equipment operator. He became a farrier. Afterwards, when he retired totally from the rodeo and met my mom, he became a master machinist, a master electrician, a teamster, a gold card teamster, and he worked at everything. And he tried to tell me, you don't become a jack of all trades, master of none. You become a jack of all trades, master of many. And he, always pushing himself to be the example, to do more, to help others. And, he taught me and my brother so much that it's, I can't even explain how much he taught us. And to me, that he was an example of someone who gave selfishly of himself and was always trying to better himself.
Selflessly, mate.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely, Howie. One of the big things, or Howie, because Howie's going to sleep.
Hey, Howie.
One of the biggest things that you got to look at too is that as we grow up, we have certain traits that somebody either teaches us or we learn from it. The best way of doing things is as you take that store it in mind, and you're able to get this skill set it's irreplaceable. Books are great, internet's great, but if that all goes down, you got to have what's in your head. And like we always say on the homestead, God's first, everything else is follows second, and I've always lived by that. And it makes a big difference because things, if you look at it through them eyes, everything falls in place. So with me, when I left, I was raised on a farm. I was a farm boy, so I had my chances in welding. I had my hands in just about everything you possibly can imagine. When I left for the military, though, I got a different attitude on things, and not a really good one. I was kind of irritated with people, with life in general. Everybody getting the short end of the stick. You had 9/11 happen. You had the Iraq War. You had all that stuff happening as a kid growing up, and you're like, what is this? What is this coming to? Now we fast forward to now. I have a whole different outlook on life, and I really enjoy helping others to learn and have abilities to do stuff. If it's growing your own food, if it's building a little prepper stash, anything that can help you out is kind of what I'm interested in, because there's so many people out there that can really use our help. For instance, you just popping in my stream, you know, we got to meet a new friend. You got a bunch of people that are now that you can communicate with, and you know, it's a growing. This whole platform is really good if you use it correctly, because you can grow yourself. You can meet new people. You can actually get real dear friends to watch your back if you need some help. I mean, I know for a fact that if I say, hey, I'm having a bad day, Viper's going to be up on there in 3 seconds. Gil's going to come in there and say, what's going on? You know, Courtney and
What's
Jess.
going on?
You know, and so that's a cool thing about the having a homestead or the internet and all this other thing. If it's done correctly, it also can be abused. But
Of
Yes.
course.
I'm saying, hey. All right, I had to.
Alrighty then.
I said, hey.
I think I need a beer. I'll be right back.
Faith, you're awful quiet over there.
Oh, I'm mostly listening because my husband's doing work and on the house, and it's really loud. So I keep going on mute so it's not too loud.
I'm done doing the work on the house for a while till the next project pops in. You guys got to be drinking coffee at this late at night.
What is it, like 11?
11:47. Yep.
Oh, you must be on the East Coast then.
Nope, I'm North Central.
What? Oh my God.
Everybody.
All right. I'm in Hawaii. So it's totally 6:48 p.m.
Are you coming up back up here, Jess, or what are you doing? You're gonna sit in the chat.
It's 6:48.
Awesome.
Damn, you're in the
Yes,
past.
come back. We want you here, Jess. Come back.
Yeah, she was
I
saying her
think
internet
Faithful
was acting up.
Prepper and WFF. Wait, I can't see it. WFF. Yeah, Courtney.
I said.
Fucking respect to all the females, man. All the female preppers out there, like supporting their male counterpart, man. You know, like, I have to send a quick shout out to that.
Feathers down. I'm a homesteader. Courtney is a homesteader. Faith, you're a homesteader / prepper, aren't you?
I'm starting to be. I'm learning. I don't know if I can consider myself a homesteader when I'm around a bunch of homesteaders. So
Yeah. But yeah, otherwise I'm me and Courtney have she's got a farm with a bunch of animals. I'm full blown homesteader. Oh,
Exactly.
she needs a link.
Hey, question.
I'm trying to get started.
For the ladies, would you think? Are you guys like? Do you find it like ladies who are in conversation about homesteading and prepping? When because I don't see a lot of talk about it on any channels. I mean, I do see a lot of. I mean, there are some prepping channels that have like ladies on them, but like I was just wondering, like how many of the ladies, like a percentage,
Well,
are
me and
actually
Jess are
like
both
about
preppers.
it? What's that?
how many more?
Me and Jess are both
How many-
preppers.
I'm just saying, like in general, like I know on this channel and like on YouTube and stuff, but like there are like so many more women out there, you know what I mean, like that are just like not on YouTube. And do you think that there's a large percentage of those women that are actually preppers that are in the same mindset as you guys?
I think a lot of people are their eyes are, because of the way the world is turning. I think a lot more people's eyes are opening. I mean, if you got 15, 20 years into this, you're sitting pretty good right now. But I think a lot of people that thought back then, if something bad's going to happen, well, I'll just take and do it when I see something happening. And their eyes are blinded to what was going on. And now it's pretty much blunt. You can see it in your face. And there is a lot more people that are saying, you know what? I don't trust the fact that the government's going to take care of me, so I'm going to take it in my hands myself. And that's how you're getting a lot more people that are involved. And you got to think about it. Females, they're mothers, they're nurturers, they're wired to take care of their family. So it's human nature for them, I mean, to do that kind of stuff.
Exactly.
Well, that's
And I
kind
think
of-
too that
kind of-
there is a lot of people that stay silent about what they do. There's a lot of female preppers out there that aren't talking.
Yeah,
Awesome, Keto. Yeah.
that was part. I froze again. That was the premise of my live stream earlier tonight. Is the title was what is a prepper, or basically, or you might be a prepper if, and a lot of people actually prep a little bit, but they don't want to be labeled as a prepper. Now, I've noticed there are a lot of real female prepper channels out there, as opposed to some of these ones which are, hate to say it, but the guys are out there, and you look at them like, you don't know what you're talking about. You're a fake prepper.
Mm-hmm.
But with the women out there, they don't put out there unless they are actually out there doing it and they're showing it. You got Courtney and Jess, and then Audra at Homestead in Idaho.
Even though Jess and I are both preppers, there's certain things that we will not talk about.
Yeah, and then you got Teresa at Stringfield Ridge Farm, and Miss Lippy at Gemini Homestead, and I forget her name, Mama Prepper down in
Mama Bear Prepper. Yep.
Yeah, Mama Bear Prepper. Yeah, and there are I've noticed a lot of Willow Creek Homestead. I mean, they call them homesteads, but a lot of stuff they're showing their goats and everything else. But then they show all their prepping stuff, how to do prepping stuff, how to can,
Here's my point, Gil. Here's my point. Yeah. I'm single, and I'm in Hawaii, right? And I'm looking, for like a woman who knows how to prep. I'm out here like alone, and I'm just like, okay, let's do this. Let's homestead. Let's prep. Like I'm with you on the whole, like, we need to be prepared strategy. Like, I'm just saying, like, I'm just trying to figure out, like, of all, the people on YouTube, I know there's probably a lot of ladies out there on YouTube and stuff, and they're doing it for whatever reason they might have, but I mean, I actually honestly believe that there are a lot of like women that are silent preppers, silent homesteaders, and they're afraid to speak up about it because of the mainstream narrative going around that we should all depend on the government. We should all depend on benefits and stuff like that.
So one of the things, too, guys, is I want to talk about quick is if me and Gray Man Prepping are going to be doing a live stream, like a podcast. It's going to be about medicinal wild plants. And in that podcast, we will be giving away 2 of the Peterson's hand guide for medicinal plants. So you guys keep an eye on that. Watch, make sure that you have Gray's channel. I should pop his link in there because this will be coming up, and we're going to be doing some really cool giveaways during that.
Awesome.
Yeah, that book is fantastic. We've mentioned it a couple times in either my live stream or Uncle Al, or one of Uncle Al's videos, or Dave at Southern Ohio Prepping's live streams we were talking about your library. What do you have in your library for knowledge? And that book always comes up as something that
I've got all of the Peterson's hand guides just because I've used them. I've got a couple other ones. I got the SVS and a bunch of other books, but those are my go-to kind of things. So
books are good, I think. And this kind of leads me to my question that what brought me into the stream in general, you guys. And I'm kind of a new subscriber. I think I was brought here by possibly Montegraph when we did a room raid on your ass. Basically, how does someone like me on an island like prepare? You know what I mean? For like a bunch of stuff if I don't have anywhere to go. You know what I mean? Like there is no, like, I can't prepare to travel. So I have to be like in one location. You know what I mean? Like I can't just move around. So like I know that a lot of preppers like maybe think that they're gonna prep for moving. You gotta take the stuff with you, right? But like, what about if you have to stay where you are and you have very, very limited resources?
Shawnee's saying it right now. It's your skill set. It's your knowledge, because you're saving it for a rainy day. That's how you prepare, because one thing that you do have going for that you're calling yourself short on right now is that at one point you were homeless. So you went from having nothing to something. You have that as one of the ultimate preps, because a lot of people, they will put their stuff away on a rainy day. Once in a while, they take it out to go and try to use it. You did that for a while on a daily basis, so you have an idea what it's like to live out in the streets. Like right now, if I would go to the concrete jungle, I'd be calling Gil up, going, "Hey, get me out of here," because I can't handle this. Because I'm not somebody that likes concrete. I'm not somebody that likes the big city. I feel like I'm a tiger in a cage because it just drives me nuts. You put me out in the woods, I'm perfectly fine. I'm happy-go-lucky. So there is that difference. So all the skills that you get now, when you have the abilities to get them, it's a great thing because then and try it, use it. One of the books that I got, I think, was from Dave. Oh,
Jesus.
But you guys understand that, I mean, there's a massive jungle in Hawaii, right? So, like, if I wanted to get the hell out of the city and during whatever the fuck might happen, like, there's so much wildlife out here, like, you have books and stuff, and I appreciate you. So, go ahead.
Learning your animals in your area, learning your plants in your area, that's a really good start. This one here is from Dave Canterbury. So this is called, Bushcraft 101. This is the advanced series. He's got 2 different books out. This one was this is the advanced. Teaches you how to tie knots, teaches you how to put up a shelter that can actually sustain you in it. I mean, meaning that you can actually cook out of it, you can stay and get dry. Very good book for those people that are actually thinking about going out and spending some time out in the woods. But right now, everybody has the ability to try things out, and you still have the comforts of going home. When that doesn't happen anymore, and you guys already made your decision if you're going to stay where you're at or if you're going to bug out. So when that time happens, that's when it all gets real, and you got to think about what you're actually going to do and apply what you've learned.
Yeah,
that's a very
I
important
think you said it right there. That's perfect. You said it.
Mark, what you said there was perfect. I'll lead into something. I don't know if anybody out here knows Steve at Corsair Trainers. He was talking about the past year, and he called out a lot of channels, not by name, but by their practice of, when we have a pandemic, I'm going to bug out, get away from civilization. When we have a pandemic, I'm going to do this. And he commented on the channel. When are you going to bug out? You kept saying you're going to bug out. Well, this isn't really a pandemic. This really isn't. It's like, and you're going to find out that most preppers are not planning on actually bugging out. They may wish they could, but they're not. But like myself, my wife is still in California. I'm up here in Idaho. I'm setting up and getting our quote bug out location up and running for our retirement home. We got 6 acres up here now, 2 houses, and we're just getting it all ready, trying to get up and going. But like Steve down there in LA, he goes, nope, unless the only time I'm bugging out is when the fire comes over the hill and I got to evacuate, but I'm coming back. And a lot of real preppers, down to earth prep, ones aren't planning on leaving and staying gone. They may have to leave because of the natural disaster or something, but they're planning on going back.
A lot of people too I was asked, I don't know if it was on your live stream, Gil, somebody asked me what I would consider to be a essential prep. And I'm probably the last person and the worst person to ask that question to, but I was thinking about it for a long period of time. And I'm like, what would help benefit me the most? And that's what I ask everybody that is prepping or a homesteader or a bushcrafter. Think about that question, because we think about things, but then take that and be the devil's advocate, like deodorant. If you're sitting in somewhere for a month or two, I bet you deodorant would be pretty nice to have by now. That would be interesting. Toothbrush. Some of the simple things. A toothbrush would be great because after.
So funny.
I mean, I know the edibles that I can use to brush my teeth with. I can grill that stuff. I have that ability, but I mean, some people don't have a razor. I mean, I'm sure that women preppers would be really interested in having a razor after being out in the woods for 6 months and look like a Sasquatch. Dragon, I'm
Or
back,
not.
buddy.
I
Thanks
mean,
for
you
being
know,
here.
it just depends on who it is, right, bruh?
Yeah, it is. And that's Dragon. Thank you so much. But I truly appreciate that, buddy. I'm glad to see you in here. I've been wondering how you're doing. Fox Thompson, hey, Dragon.
And the whole thing about what you said a second ago about like, you know, what's necessary for prepping, I guess it just depends on your circumstance, whether you have,
Exactly.
you know, whether you, what is your dwelling space right now? Like, that's
But
how you can
it's-
determine what you need for prepping, you know,
It's
and
not.
longevity.
It's not even that though. It's also what's in your mindset, because there's some people that let me tell you, when you're in the bush for 2 weeks, or you're out and doing a patrol or something like that. As an ex-military guy, you can talk to Gil on this one. After being in the field for a couple of weeks, the first place that you want to go is a shower. That's exactly what you want.
Yeah, but showers are overrated when it comes to prepping, though. I'll be honest with you, man.
Yeah,
You can wash off with a little creek. You get a little bit of water on a rag and towel and wipe down, and you feel like you took a shower after not showering for a day or 2 or 3 days or even a week.
But now, for instance,
you're gonna be so happy that you had a little bit of water and a towel.
But up here, for my instance, like during August, the dog days, I ain't jumping in any creek around here. I ain't jumping in any pond around here, because the dog days of summer, there's an algae in there that can cause you big time issues. There's other places in the world that if you get next to a creek, there's little things that can fly out of the dang water and grow up somewhere that you don't want it to be. So there's certain things that you can really dig into things. And I'm just using that example as a shower.
I get you. But I mean, here's the thing: like, you can get the same feeling as a shower if you take a cloth and wet it, you know, with like even like a little bit of alcohol. If you have the alcohol on you, you know what I mean, as one of your supplies, you know, and you can just wipe a little bit of, yeah.
I did so many GI showers in the service. I know how all that was just taking a wet rag and getting underneath the armpits and the privates, and you're rolling to the next spot. I'm just trying to get you guys to think about that. Like sometimes, and that's other thing is that's a good bartering tip. You know, somebody has they want some soap, you know, and you have an extra bar of soap, but they have something that you would like. There's some great bartering ideas there. You know, wax. There's so many things that normal wax can be used for. Toothpaste. That stuff is wonderful for a lot more than brushing your teeth. That's where I started building a box. It's called a bartering box. And
sorry about the noise in the background. I mean,
if you think about that, everybody has gear that they bug out with, but how many people actually have bartering boxes where they have stuff in there that they're willing to trade? How much stuff in your stuff right now are you willing to trade for something else? Everybody has like a stash that it's just sticking out in the open so that in your other good stuff is hidden. But you guys actually have the barter box. Have you ever thought of that?
Why is my?
Yeah, it's like no one in my family drinks alcohol, but I am storing up,
whiskey.
Well, starting with 60% out, like vodkas and stuff, and even going up to Everclear to barter with. Now it's not like with Everclear, I can take that 50 bottles of vodka, pour half each, add some water to it, and okay, you got 60% alcohol again. People are going to be happy with that or whatever. But there's things like that. But probably the best barter item you can have is skills.
Yep. The other good thing that I have that I just found out recently is red wine. Not only is it medicinal, because I did some research, and if you ever look at why do all of the French people have a glass of wine and at every meal? I mean, they can actually have it when they're at work and everywhere else. Why can they have what's with the wine? So I did some research into it, and it actually is for helping with the stomach and having stomach issues. If you think you're having a stomach flu, wine, 1 glass of red wine, it has to be natural grape wine, will help with the stomach issue problems. So
yeah, it has a lot of antioxidants and stuff in it. That is like super. It has to be dry. It cannot be like sweet wine. but it's
And,
like really good for you. Most
then-
countries in Europe have wine in it like every meal.
So we go and we stash a whole bunch of that stuff away just for a rainy day. Besides making my own, like my apple ciders and stuff like that, that's the other thing, like you're talking, Gil, is the skill sets are humongous. I mean, it's a must to have. So
Yeah.
Emily put in female personal hygiene products. Don't forget those. Exactly. Because, and that's what I'm talking about, is there's some things that just are a necessity to some people and it isn't a necessity for others.
Yeah.
So
I want to say something about that too, Mark, and it really kind of freaked me out. I know there's a lot of single fathers out there with little girls, and if they're not educated on female health, little girls can get UTIs that can turn into kidney infections, and that could result in death if they don't know how to treat that. So that's a really good topic. I think that fathers should explore.
yeah, I was blessed to have 3 boys, so I'm lucky on that aspect. But at the same time, if your neighbor down the road, I was asking, I think I was asking Gray Man this the other night. At some point, we prepare for our family, we prepare for our loved ones. You're going to have people coming up and showing up, and it's just going to happen. And with me with kids is a different story. If somebody is an idiot, they don't figure that they need to do it. All of a sudden, an EMF or the son decides to shoot out a flare and knocks everything else, and now he's sitting there, but he's got these little kids. I'm gonna help the kids. And you're absolutely right. Not my cup of tea, but there are certain people that are going to have to talk about that, and that'd be a good one for you, Jess.
Yeah. Buddy.
Yeah.
Now, on my list of live streams, I'm going to be repeating one from last year. Is 5 skills you need to get now, and 3 more that you will definitely need for SHTF. And that's what who's going to, all the panel members are going to provide the 5 skills that they figure they need to get right away, but 3 others they definitely need to get before the world ends as we know it, SHTF or whatever else. And it was very interesting last year with all the different skills that were listed. But when you think about it, all right, skills you might need: well, animal husbandry, carpentry, plumbing, welding, electrical work, do house wiring and stuff, first aid, herbal knowledge, how to make herbal remedies and stuff, farrier, how to shoe horses, proper ways to do bushcrafting, setting up traps, snares, stuff like that, proper way to hunt, fish, all that. Those are all types of skills that once upon a time, everybody, my dad knew all those skills growing up. My grandmother was born in 1899 up in northern Idaho, had 14 brothers and sisters. How'd they get most of the food for that homestead up there? They hunted, they fished, they trapped, they gardened. They took care. They were out in the middle of nowhere. They took care of their animals and stuff. All that information they learned from time as a little kid. Nowadays, what do we learn from the time as a little kid? Oh, Scooby-Doo's on Channel 7 at 8 o'clock, and at 8:30 it's Go Go Gophers on Channel 7. I mean Channel 9, and they learn
Seriously?
useless stuff.
What days?
No, I didn't. One of the things too that you guys got to really, really think about is that we're sitting in Yellowstone. Look at Yellowstone, a super volcano. That thing pops. Look how much ash is going to be all over everything that we're trying to grow. The animals, everything is going to be sick and dead.
Yeah, buddy.
So there's other things that you as you think about this stuff, because if you actually look at your cal intake on the bags of your long-term food storage, like if I go down right now and I go grab one from Mountain House and I read the cal intake on that, if you guys ever think about it and break it down, there isn't a whole lot in there. You need some kind of supplement in that. And Gil's got a great point. It's through hunting, fishing, trapping, edibles and stuff like that. Well, what happens when, what the heck, Viper's saying goodbye. See you later, buddy. What happens when you can't get that secondary food source? Then we have another issue. And trust me, if people get hungry, they do very strange things.
Mhm. One of the things along that line is to think about. Bullfrog 79 is mentioned several
Yay!
times. He's back.
I wasn't saying goodbye. I was like, help me.
So what are you doing down there?
I was like, where did you go? I even messaged you. I'm like, what?
Hey, Courtney, he did what we were talking about last night on your live.
Oh, you were going to poop?
No, but anyways, one of the things Uncle Al talks about is,
Poop.
having a place where you can grow mushrooms. And a lot of people don't realize if you have a decent or access to a decent sized building, whether it's the city, an abandoned building in the city, or a farm, a big barn or something out in the country, whatever. One of the things you can do to grow food is you can have, mushrooms and stuff in one area, but you can set up hydroponics. And you can grow, or better than hydroponics, you can set up aquaponics, where you have big tanks, you're growing fish, and then the fish poo is fertilizing the watercress, the other water, things that are growing in the water.
Fish poop.
So you're able to have multiple things there, providing you with nutrients and stuff. And you just have to maintain your water, which is, if you take a proper class, get the proper book on, like for a koi pond, koi are the most delicate fish to raise. And if you can raise koi, you can set up any type of hydroponic system.
Yeah, that was one of I don't talk a whole lot about the mushrooms because there's so many lookalikes and there's, it's dangerous if you go, but mushrooms are very readily available and it's a great protein source. But you really need to study up and you need to do your research. I mean, there's the simple ones like puffballs, morels, chicken of woods. You have the medicinal side ones like the umbrellas, turkey
Oh my
tails.
God, that looks amazing.
What?
I just had a bowl of cereal and he's showing me pizza.
Mark. There you go.
Oh my gosh.
Now you're making me hungry. I'm gonna start putting out the smoked hams.
Now,
don't.
Piper, problem is, have you been saving your pizza seeds from your pizzas so you can
Hey,
plant
M9.
I am 9.
AM9?
M9. Wait, no, it's not M9. Hang on.
So-
M
Yeah.
space colon 9 colon.
Scan family here is talking about her 7-year-old or their 7-year-old that was, can clean a rabbit. That is awesome. That's really good because most kids nowadays just want to sit in front of a computer and play video games. So that's another big thing, guys, is getting your children active in the same thing you're interested in. Having them out there to teach those a skill set is a great thing because, I hate to say it, but we're all getting kind of in that older age where it's going to be nice to have somebody to help us out and do those things, from its planting the food to everything.
Hey, Mark, something that I was going to mention earlier and it just slipped through everything else. Probably the best place to learn skills,
Home
Boy
Depot.
Scouts. You got the Wilderness Survival Merit Badge. You got all the merit badges for fish and there's so many merit badges that if you learn them, you'd have so many skills for working on a farm.
I think though, Gil, a lot of people got their bad taste in their mouth with the Boy Scouts just because of what was going on, and you see the ads on there about if you were sexually abused in Boy Scouts, you're supposed to go into and put into this number, and I think a lot of people had really bad taste in their mouth now from that because I don't see too much of that around here anymore.
Same.
Yeah, well, a lot of the problem is that I don't know if I should get into this. I'll just make it really quick. The Boy Scouts made some bad decisions. They put the wrong person in as the chief scout years ago, and he just led them down the primrose path, and they lost 90% of their supporting organizations a couple of years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And so yeah, they took a major hit in the support and everything else on that. But it doesn't diminish. Go out. You can go to a thrift store, and I bet you can find all the what are called the workbooks or the pamphlets on the merit badges, and you can probably get them for like 10 cents each.
I probably still, if I go through my boxes, I probably still got I still got all my books because I actually, one of the stories that I had when I was growing up is I loved to rappel. Before I even was in the military, I was jumping off mountains in Arizona. And one of the things is we took the Boy Scouts to get their Eagle badge for rappelling and for desert survival. So we went out to Superstition Mountains for a week, and we took a bunch of the Boy Scouts out there and to get their merit badges. And I'll tell you what, it isn't like it used to be. I mean, that was actually a really fun time, and I'm glad that I did that.
Yeah. Well, I'm proud of my two boys, one more than the other. My oldest boy had like 5 or 6 extra merit badges. All he needed to do was the project for his Eagle. But he has Asperger's and he's not a social person. It was like, hey, I got everything. I know I do everything. I'm not going to do it. Now, with the youngest one, he could have had his Eagle at 13.
Eagle eyes.
But he took a step back from getting his Eagle and went on to the other stuff the Boy Scouts do. He became staff at the National Youth Leadership Training. He joined a crew and went on cavalcade, which is horseback camping down in New Mexico. He did a whole bunch of all the other fun activities and didn't concentrate on the merit badges until he turned 15 and a half. And he goes, all right, I need to get my Eagle by the time I'm 16. He had his Eagle. Then he went and knocked off another 20 merit badges and earned 4 palms on top of his Eagle.
Hmm.
And
So
he's and it's like you watch him now dealing with other people of his age group that weren't in Scouts, and he's snickering at them behind them. He's like, they're so dumb. You don't do that. That's going to get you in trouble. And he's rooted in more common sense than these other guys that are playing the games all the time.
Yeah. So as we sit here, Courtney and Jess and Faith, how do you guys go about teaching your children as a mom side of things, as a prepping? Are you getting them involved with that, or are you guys just like set off the side and waiting for them to come up to you and ask you what you're doing, or how do you guys ever think about that?
My son's only two and a half, so it's not like he's going to be asking me. But this year I'm going to try and do his own garden. I do have a stepdaughter. She's 18. And so she knows a lot already. She was in 4-H and knows a lot, raised turkeys and rabbits and stuff like that. But she's kind of getting further and further and further away from that. And we actually don't even see her that much anymore. So I don't know. But my son will definitely be taught everything that
I don't give honor. I know our oldest, he was kind of like, oh, you don't need that, or I don't got to worry about that. And now that he's on his own and he's got his own place, and he comes back and he goes, everything that I watched you do and I seen you do, and he sees what's going on in the world right now, and he's like, you know what? I'm glad I was kind of paying attention, but I should have been paying attention a little bit more. And now he's starting to ask those questions of how do you do this or how do you do that? And so don't give up on them yet, because they will come back around sooner or later, because obviously all kids need their parents until they're like 30.
Well, I guess I'll always need my parent because my mom lives right next door. So.
Aw.
I'll be back in a minute.
My kids started out really young. My kids have been watching me homestead since they were, I'd say, about 3 years old. So, like my 13-year-old daughter, she was in archery. I put her through archery classes, so she learned really soon, really early in life. And then me being a hunter, she has always watched me deer hunt and also butchering chickens and hogs and things like that. So she's pretty well-rounded. She's 13 now. She doesn't have an interest in it, but she does know how to do things.
I saw that too, is when, having the farm here and the homestead, like we'd have a cow and my youngest would get attached to it. I'm like, well, don't get too attached because that's going to be daddy's steak here pretty quick. For the chickens,
That's what my friend says in Florida. He's got cows, and I'm like, oh, what a beautiful cow. She's so cute. And then my friend's like, hey, don't get too attached because that's my dinner. I'm like, wait, what?
Same thing with the chickens, I butchered my own for a while, but then there's other people that just can't even handle that. It's past your point.
It's very true. My kids are pretty young too. They're just 8 and under. And so, but like I said, we haven't been much into the homesteading stuff till now, but we finally, cause where we lived and things, but now in this home, we just got our chickens and we're going to get going on our gardening, and our kids are super involved in everything we do, even just like prep, like even the house we bought, it already had mature apple trees, and it has an insert for a wood burning stove and things. And we always talk to our kids about those kinds of things. And even just like when we go to the store and get extra food, like my son, he'll drop a house of where he's going to live, and he's like, oh, and this is my food storage room, and I need a basement for this, and I want this big of a yard, and I want these kinds of animals. So they're very they're just funny because they're just totally used to it, like it's normal for them. And so I don't know, it's kind of interesting when they say funny comments to other people or tell their grandparents, yeah, we're fine. If there was no food, we have food in our basement and we're planting trees. And, I'm very factual about it. It's not, I don't use fear, but it's just like matter of fact. You just tell your kids, hey, if this happens, or those kinds of things. I think just mentally preparing them is huge too. Like we were talking about earlier with like how many kids are so addicted to TV or video games. I mean, sometimes they'll have friends come over that just want to watch TV the entire time, where my kids love to be outside. They can be outside for hours on end. Just little things like that are going to be really helpful if the power goes out and your kid is throwing a tantrum, for a week straight because they don't have their Xbox, versus they're used to being outside and just using their creativity. That's a big thing too, I think.
One of the things that I learned too is like with Hunter and stuff, we have to start a fire. So I know I can do it within a couple minutes and get the fire roaring in the house, but then to take the time to teach him this is the proper way to light a fire and how to get the thing going and because it's going to heat up the house. And I've learned real quick, that we have to stop and we have to step back. We have to let them make mistakes. We have to let them learn how to do things. And he'll come in and he'll get up in the morning and the fire's out, and I'll come in the living room and the fire's roaring and he's standing there. He learned by watching and doing that kind of stuff. And splitting wood, you don't want them to hold an axe because you don't want them to cut their feet off. So you show them the proper way of doing it. And next thing you know, you see him running off somewhere and he's splitting wood and carrying wood in. So you're absolutely right. Getting them involved in what you're doing and saying, taking a step back and saying, I can do it quicker and that could be done. But at the same time, I need to teach you and take the time so that you know how to do it the right way.
We were teaching my son the other day how to feed the chickens, and he was so stinking cute. He was like taking the grain and like throwing it and stuff. And like, he didn't scare the chickens or anything like that. My chickens are so cool. Like, they didn't attack them or anything because I thought the roosters might, because you always hear those stories about how roosters don't really like little kids and whatever. And so he was just out there like throwing the scratch, and like, it was so cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah, as you get through your stages of chickens, it's the kids that get attached. I mean, Hunter's got every single one of them named and everything like that. And you have to tell them, at some point in time, their use is going to be gone, their usefulness. And I said, all they're going to do is start burning through corn, and then they're dead. But we still have the issue because there's favorite ones out there, or he'll carry one around with him. And I'll say, that thing ain't laying eggs. It's going to go in the freezer for soup. And no, Daddy, no. Like, so he still hasn't had the whole farm idea down yet. Where it's like, to me, it's just I always look at the homestead is that it has to have multiple uses. Like chickens, they're good for giving you eggs. They're good for giving you meat. They're great at making compost, and they're great at making fertilizer. So there's a whole, when that's one of those don't meet their anymore, well, they have no more use, and they're out the door.
What? No. I just get more chicken.
Hey, my dad just tells me this story sometimes. Like his grandmother, my great grandmother, they used to have like a huge farm, and they had pigs and chickens, and he used to tell me the same thing. She'd grab the chicken, just pop, just that's it. But he wasn't around because he was like 6 years old, 8 years old, so it was kind of sensitive stuff for him. But when he wasn't around, grandmother would just break the chicken's neck and pluck the feathers, and
That's how it was when I was a kid growing up. That's how you just.
Yeah, and I think the younger you start them, like Courtney, it's perfect that, your son's only 2, because the younger you start them, the easier it is. Because I did not grow up learning any of this stuff. So all the stuff I have to get used to, like just watching my husband, doing fishing and cutting it open, like he's showing our kids, and I'm like watching with them. I'm like kind of closing my eyes and squinting sometimes. But I'm like, okay, that's why I'm glad our kids are at least starting young. Okay, this is how you cut the fish open. This is how you, take the bones out, whatever. And I'm like, all right, it's better that you teach them when they're really young so they're used to it and they understand the purpose of animals and everything else, like we're saying.
The thing too is like rabbits. Everybody thinks they're so cute, and they make an awesome fertilizer for gardens. There is a use for them, but I'll tell you, their back legs taste pretty good too. And
See, I don't know if I can do rabbits. Everyone keeps saying do rabbits. I'm like, oh, we've literally had pet rabbits. I really, really don't know if I can do that.
Well, get the Californians, get those, because they have evil red eyes, and you don't.
Oh, that's
California.
The fluffy ones. Get the Californians. They're ugly.
And I do rabbit.
Everything about California is terrible, man. I'm telling you. Even
I do rabbit face. And I think the thing that really helps, I've been hunting since I've been 14, so I'm pretty used to dispatching animals. But I think that what really helps is being very appreciative for their life. And me and my husband, before dispatch any animal, we're very thankful to them, and we say a prayer. And that does help a lot.
Yeah.
Okay, guys. So what is the weirdest wild animal that you have eaten?
The weirdest, wildest animal I have ever eaten.
Cow.
That don't count. That's
the weirdest.
I guess
wildest.
I would have to say either elk or buffalo.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe some buffalo jerky.
Okay.
That's the craziest.
What about you,
Fish and
Viper?
deer.
I'm trying to think. I don't know.
Yeah, fish and
Frogs.
deer are the only wild ones I've eaten so far.
Oh wow, I'm way out of the realm then.
I've had
I
sharks.
don't know. I've had
it's not really-
alligator tail too, but that's kind of normal.
Yeah, I've had alligator.
What does it taste like?
Like alligator. That old
I've
white
never had-
that everything that you don't know tastes like chicken.
Snake.
The chicken tastes like everything else.
Yeah, I think my weirdest thing that I've ever eaten was, and I thought at first I was crazy when I tried it, was rattlesnake.
Yeah.
I forgot about rattlesnake. My dad gave us rattlesnake once when we were kids.
Mark, is it sweet?
No, it's
I've
not.
heard
It's
it's
kind of
sweet.
it depends on where it's at, but it's kind of weird because everybody says, well, what does it taste like? It's like it's flaky. It's like a fish kind of meat, and it depends. Like I had mine over an open fire, so it was smoke kind of too, but it was really good. And I've had possum, I've had raccoon, I've had rabbit, I've had what else have I? Squirrel, you name it. I've tried it. Bear. Look at Courtney's face, like, ugh.
Yeah, Courtney has a problem.
She would
with,
do it though.
certain
She's
type
tough.
of
She would
foods.
try it.
You guys ever watch that show? We have it was canceled
Thank you,
years
Faithful
ago.
Puffer, for being so faithful in me.
I have faith in you, Courtney. I do.
You know, but
I'm
the thing
sorry,
of it
guys.
is, like,
I didn't mean to cut you off, honey.
I was like, well, the first time I had an ostrich egg, you know, you get this humongous egg. It's just
Oh my
huge.
god, the yolk out of that thing.
Yeah, I
Holy
mean, I was like really cool. I'm like, oh, this is gonna be awesome.
It's very it's strong.
It's very rich. It's like if you
Yeah.
ever had a duck egg,
Yes.
and a lot of people does not like duck.
It's like times 10 on that one.
That's
Yeah,
why I
it's-
can't sell my duck eggs. Nobody likes them.
yeah, it's but ostrich. Then I had ostrich burger. That was pretty good.
You ever watch that
Do you ever
show
eat turkey egg?
Have what?
Hershey's egg?
Turkey egg?
Oh, turkey egg.
Yeah, that's the same as a chicken egg.
Yeah, I never had turkeys.
They're just harder to open. You have to I had to cut mine open
I
with
wrote-
a knife, crack it open with a knife. It was so thick.
Yeah, I really like turkey and duck egg.
See, the thing with me is like I go turkey hunting, and living on a farm. All of a sudden, these white turkeys started showing up. So the DNR said, "Okay, we need to get rid of them because they're hybrids. So if you see one, you got a free tag." So we learned real quick how to make wild turkey really good. And the trick to that is a turkey bag, oven bag, makes them nice and tender. Otherwise, I throw them in a smoker in a smokehouse. So anytime I see a turkey, I was like, "Okay, let's shoot it." Well, my buddy had a turkey on the farm, and he's like, yeah, when you come over tomorrow, he says, you're just going to have to run up to the house when you get out of your truck. And I'm like, well, why am I going to have to do that? He said, you'll see. So I get over there, and here's this turkey sitting up in a tree. And I saw it when I pulled in the driveway. I'm like, oh, cool, you got a turkey. Well, I hit the ground, and that thing come running out of that tree, and he came right at me and just went whack. And I said, you do that again, I'm going to kick you across the barn. So he come out again, and same thing again, come at me, whack. So I kicked that thing all the way to the barn, and I swear to God, that turkey did not even hit the ground, and he's already coming back after me again. And I'm 16, 17. I said, okay, I'm running back to the house. I get there. I said, why don't you just shoot that stupid thing? And they're like, no, that's our guard dog. I'm like, what? Even when you leave, that thing would attack you. So after that, I'm like, I don't want turkeys anymore.
I love turkeys. That's what we've been raising the past couple of years. And I just fall in love with them. They have great personalities. I've never had a bad turkey, like ever. Like even our male, he was so freaking cool. He strut around, thought he was all that, and just he was the coolest thing. And I
He's
just
all
love
that till I grab him by the neck.
Well, we did butcher him, but
That's
He was
like
all that, wasn't he?
that's just like a goose too. Goose are good to have in the pen because they actually do watch over things. But I'll tell you what,
they're
I've
nasty.
had some few nasty ones where it's like you better watch your backside because as soon as you turn around, that thing's coming at you. And so I'm just like, you know what? I'll just get a big old rooster. And after I got Ross, I'm happy. But
And
Yeah, turkeys are so cool, Viper.
My youngest Matthew was. We have wild turkeys there in California. And they'll go walking across the street and everything else, and stop and look at the cars and make the cars stop. My son was out on his bicycle, and he was about 15 at the time. And big old Tom comes out there in the middle of the street, is strutting around, and cars are trying to get around him and stuff. My son comes buzzing down the hill and leans over and snags that Tom by the neck. Gets it under his arm, and he's pedaling home as fast as he can, and the birds just flapping and everything else trying to get away. Finally, he got away from about a half a block from the house. But
I think the funniest thing I ever saw too is just west from our house here. There's a place and they got bison, and I'm like, hey, this would be really cool. Look at these bison, So one day I'm on my way to work, and I'm like, I'm gonna leave early. I'm gonna go check out these bison. So the owner was there, and he's like, "Yeah, they're nice to have." He says, "But they can make some damage in a hurry." And I'm like, well, "What do you mean?" I said, "They look so slow." And all of a sudden, that big old bull turned around, and he says, "I'd back up if I were you." And his, like a normal cattle door, like you got the cattle pen for the barn. Well, this thing was made out of actual tubular 4-inch tubing was their gate.
Jeez.
And they actually had steel thing, and that thing come up there and head bunted that thing, and I watched that big old fence go like this. And I looked down, and he's got dual bull fencers on there. He says, "Yeah," he says, "he's a little ornery in the morning." I said, "A little bit." Holy crap! The other ones are fine; they're doing their thing. It was just that bull got a little bit ornery.
Yeah, my friend, her whole family, they have a buffalo farm, and that's what they do. And she loves them. She loves them. They're so cool, and yeah, but they're pretty big. So
Yeah, I lived in Montana for 7 years, and they have a lot of bison farms up there. And a lot of the locals, what they do, they'll get a group of people together, and they'll all pitch in and go get a bison, buffalo, and they'll split the meat.
I'll tell you what, guys, too, is don't you know, I was naming off them wild animals. Don't forget about porcupine, because back in the old days, the old woodsmen and loggers and all the other stuff, they used to call that the prime rib of the woods. It was actually, if you look into the research, porcupines were almost extinct because they were over harvested because of how tender and awesome the meat is.
I did not know that.
Really?
The trick to it is you flip them on their belly, because their quills aren't on their belly, and you just skin them like a normal animal, and you just peel the quills off that way.
yeah,
So,
Wow.
yeah.
I would never guessed.
I
don't
heard
think
also
we
that,
have any porcupines here in Ohio.
no.
yeah, there, you know, some years I see a lot of them, and some years I don't see any.
I don't think there's any here. I've never seen anything like that.
They're hiding.
they're hiding in the trees.
I don't know.
In the
I've
trees?
But yeah, there's a lot of stuff out there that you can munch on. That's for sure.
Bigfoot.
Bigfoot. No, Bigfoot is the king of social distancing.
Right.
I think Bigfoot would be munching on us.
Imagine dinosaurs. Imagine like if
Only
they,
ones for beer reviews.
imagine eating dinosaurs. I mean, it's like eating alligator, but I mean, you know, what I'm saying is like just imagine finding like
Well, I just started watching the Bigfoot hunters or whatever it was, and it's I guess up in on a border of Wisconsin and Michigan is one of the hot spots. And I know we like to go up in that area, and we do a lot of camping, and they got some really cool scenery up there. I'm just thinking, you know, what the heck would I do if I actually one night seen one of them stupid things walking in the woods? But then at the same time, I already pulled pranks on my buddies that were going out there, and I'll put my ghillie suit on and I'll run out in the woods and just freak the crap out of them, you know.
Mark, Emily's
What?
asking, can we repurpose the quills or something?
Actually, yes, you can. You can take the quills and you can sew with them. I've seen people do that with that, and you can use as a weapon. So there's a lot of stuff that you can do with the quills. And what's really sucked about a porcupine quill is that they have the ability to let go. So when they actually stick you, they actually come out, and that the barb will stick into something and they release it. It's so cool. Lone Star Beer Reviews. Hey, good to see you. Thanks for coming in here.
jackrabbit's pretty popular in Arizona. Jackrabbit. They're huge.
Yeah,
No.
they're
I remember the first time when I first moved to California, and my friends are like, "Yeah, we got jackrabbits and coyotes and da da da," and I'm like, "Okay, you know, coyotes are dogs, whatever." And I was like, "A jackrabbit? Like, what's that look like?" And you know, in my head, I'm thinking a rabbit. He's like, "Just think of a rabbit, just like 2 feet taller." I'm like, "Wait, what?" And they are. They're huge little things,
and they got big teeth.
and they are fast.
Yeah, we got snowshoes. They're just like the cousins of the jackrabbit. They're big old feet on them.
And then quail, they get a lot of quail in Arizona.
I know down around Las Vegas and northern Arizona, back before I was born, my dad used to go out and hunt mules
Oh wow.
for the restaurants on the Las Vegas Strip, because that was the meat to serve back then.
Hi, sir. How can I help you? What would you like for dinner tonight? I'd like a number 3, the mule that is, you know,
Mule
sauteed.
steak.
Okay.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
big.
We need a fresh mule. I'm on it.
But yeah, the mules were wild out there. Just and the states were both get rid of the wild mules. I mean, they're out
That's
there, out
crazy.
there just. Yeah, so he used to hunt mules for the restaurants on the.
I don't know. I
Las
heard
Vegas
people.
Strip.
I've heard people with mules and horses. I just don't think I could do that. That'd be like eating a dog.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's a
That's
good
the other
thing
thing.
Uncle Al's not in here.
That's another thing, guys, is that, you know, a lot of times we prep for ourselves. Don't forget your animals.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
that's true. You know, and it's true you say that because we have like our little emergency bag and all that, and sometimes I think like, geez, what would happen in the emergency? Would I think about bringing dog food? You know,
The
like
dog
would
will
I,
take care of himself.
you know,
But I tell you, I'm not carrying a 100-pound bag of dog food around with me. I'm sorry.
right?
No.
Usually, well, they can
Well,
also eat whatever you eat too. I mean,
Lucky for me, my dog's only 10 pounds, so he only eats about a cup or 2 cups a day.
Yeah,
It's
mine, I got 125 and 156.
Yeah, no, that's yeah.
Well,
I
that's
see.
that's where you get the dog packs for them, like the basically it's like a vest that goes on the dog, and it's got all the pouches and stuff. And they carry their own water bowl, they carry their own food, they carry the bottles of water and stuff.
That's why I wanted a St. Bernard. He carry the whiskey underneath his neck, you know.
I'm in the same boat. I've got a Great Pyrenees, and he's probably pushing 110 pounds, and he's not even 2 years old yet. So he's got a lot of growing yet to do.
Jeez. Yeah, he's Great Pyrenees, man. Oh, they're beautiful dogs.
That's one thing nice too, is that when you have the bigger dogs like that, it's a great defense because, you know, I see the
true.
old shit eyes come out a lot when people come over to my house and them two big boneheads come running from around the shop, and people just freeze in their tracks, you know, because one's a German Shepherd pit bull and the other one's a Great Dane pit bull. So when you see them big behemoths come running around the corner with them big old fat head on them, it
Yeah.
gets people's attention.
Oh, hi, somebody's here. Oh, let me go say hi. Here I come.
Yeah, people are scared to death. People are scared to death to get out of their car when they see my Great Pyrenees, which I love. But he's a big baby, and I think he senses like I have back issues because he's very protective and very gentle with me.
Oh yeah, they know, like if someone's sick in the house, they'll go over and they lay down by them, you know, and you go by. And for me, I just think it's funny, so I'll go and I'll antagonize them, so, you know, they'll start growling, and I'll tell them shut up. And
No, that's a nice thing about dogs. They serve a lot of purposes. We have 2 German Shepherds and an English Bulldog. I'm the
Nice.
same way. I love when people are like look kind of nervous that they see them. Like, that's right. Just stay away from our house.
yeah. Well, the funny thing is that Mama said that she didn't want a dog that drooled, and then we got a Great Dane. You want to talk about a faucet turning on anytime you get
Hey.
food around.
Saint Bernards and
St. Bernards.
oh my goodness. And bull mastiffs as well. Oh
Yeah.
Lord.
Yeah, my cousin, when he came back from Vietnam, he was a dog handler in Nam, and he started training St. Bernards as guard and attack dogs. You have a 350-pound St. Bernard come up, knock you down, pin your shoulders down, and just start going in your face on purpose. He's not biting; he's just painting your face with slobber.
Oh, and then there's another one.
And then you see these guys trying to retch. You know, you're like.
There's another dog. They get bigger than a Saint Bernard.
As you're talking about, if you ever seen a Kai, it's a Chinese police dog.
Oh, yeah.
You want to see a big behemoth, let me tell you.
No, this one. Oh, let me.
Are you talking
find
about
it.
the Neapolitan Mastiff
No.
or the
No.
Italian Mastiff?
No, it's not that. It looks like a lion. To be honest, it has a huge like.
Oh, you're
neck.
talking about Chow.
No. It's a dog. It's a dog bigger than a Pyrenees.
I think I know what you're talking about, and I think it's Russian.
Um,
Oh, I wonder if it's a Russian Mastiff, because they're big and hairy.
hang on, lion-looking dog, Tibetan Mastiff.
Yeah, Tibetan There you go. Yeah.
Those things are, man. I've seen some huge ones, and let me tell you, when they stand next to you and they like and they shake their heads, you should steer clear. At least stay behind the head. Have the head face like the same direction as you, and you stay a foot behind, because it is like a sprinkler
You guys
system.
read the chat. Scan family, her cat just bought her a snake.
Nice. Ooh, look what I found. I remember the first time I ever saw a garden snake, I freaked out.
Yeah, me
Oh,
too.
Faith jumped off. Where'd she go?
Well,
Actually, the largest dog ever for weight
Chihuahua.
was a Saint Bernard at 357 pounds.
Jesus.
But they
Christ.
recorded. But I swear we weighed.
No.
We,
I think that's the heaviest because the biggest is
yeah,
this woman's.
heaviest, yeah.
Yeah, because the biggest dog is this. It's a woman who has a Great Dane that's like
Yeah.
10 feet tall.
Yeah, and I think for the Guinness Book of World Records, they actually put the biggest dog in the world and the smallest dog in the world together, and for a picture. I think I saw a
Yeah.
picture of them together. It was really cute.
Yeah, I'm looking at that picture right now.
It's a little. It's the Great Dane and like a
Looks
little
like,
hamster.
looks like an Irish Wolfhound or no, the Newfoundlander.
good night.
But the
Yeah, good night, Faithful Prepper. Thank you.
Good night.
Good to
Yeah.
see you again, Faith. Thanks for
Yeah.
coming up.
take it easy, Faith. The Saint Bernard, that they registered, recorded at weighing 357 pounds. When we weighed my cousin's dog Bono, that thing he was a 350-pound dog, and we had to use 2 scales, to weigh, put 2 feet on one scale, 2 feet on the other scale. We added it together. It was 350 pounds, but when that thing bumped into you,
You're
it
not
wasn't
scared.
like a normal dog bumping into you.
I know.
It was like being hit by Mean Joe Green.
And you're frozen.
Yeah, I froze again. Being hit by Mean Joe Green of the Pittsburgh Steelers.
It's funny because I've worked with dogs for 14 years, all kinds of sizes, all kinds of breeds, all kinds of everything. And there's times like my friends will try and trip me like on purpose. They'll like, skip their legs under mine to try and trip me, or or dogs come. And to me, it doesn't, like, I tell them like, dude, I walk in dogs. Like I will never get tripped by a dog, and dogs don't scare me. Like it. Now, I know how to read them, so I'm not gonna come in your house and have them go crazy and antagonize that. But a lot of people, they just see a dog and they run. Like there's times I walk my dog, they will literally cross the street, walk past me, and cross back again. I have an 8-pound Chihuahua. Well, Chihuahua, it's a Yorkie.
Cooking
Terrier
on the
mix.
farm. Good to see you. Yep, we're still up. Jess always keeps you up way too late.
The blame's getting put on me.
She's thinking about that pool, Courtney's pool.
Well,
Courtney,
I bet-
okay,
I'll be
it's Courtney's
moving to my
fault.
pool now.
What?
What?
Just pooped in my pool.
Mhm.
Pooped in your pool. I told you last night, floaters are a bad thing.
That's the wrong kind of
How do you
floaty.
know it was a floater?
Well, because if it was a sinker, it'd be a real problem then.
It was a real problem.
If it's a sinker, it's like get the fishing pole.
Hey, Viper,
Yes, sir.
I've seen big dogs shy away from Chihuahuas and
Oh
Papillons
yeah. Oh yeah.
because
Baby.
And I-
Hey, Mark,
Chihuahuas and Papillons attack the
There you go,
underside.
Lone Star. Yeah.
That's
They
typically
get
how
like-
it works. The
I
small
don't know what
dogs.
little things that it's going from underneath, and it's like, stay away from the privates.
It's typically how it works. Small dogs control the bigs. Everywhere I
about
go,
What about a Snickers?
crunch something.
No.
That's gross.
Lone Star says a Babe Ruth floater, and I said, "What about a Snickers?"
Well, that was Caddyshack.
I didn't really ever examine it, Jess.
Hey,
What
you
was
should
it?
you should wait until the holidays come around. I think it's Halloween specifically, Halloween or Christmas. They come out with Hershey's, Reese's peanut butter cups, and Snickers, and they exaggerate the sizes. So you'll have like a foot long Snickers bar. You'll have a foot tall gummy bear. It's just massive sizes. So yeah.
hey
that's
Mark,
what-
will you check your messages real quick?
I'm just doing it now.
that's
Who's
the
that?
Snickers you want.
Training here. All right, see what this shows.
Lone Star Beer Review says, "May I come have a beer with y'all?"
Sure.
Farted.
So who is this? Jeff.
Brand new to YouTube homesteader.
Brand new.
We'll throw her link in the chat. We'll
I want to see her throw it. I want to see her like physically grab it.
I can't put links in the chat because I'm on a really old laptop. And if I
I'll
close out of this tab,
I'll put the StreamYard link. Oh, it's all right.
Jill's got it. He's
No, I did the StreamYard link. She's talking about this. I need a link.
Cooking
Oh,
on the farm is in the chat. Cooking on the farm is in the chat. If somebody could get that link and put it in the chat for me.
All right, hang on.
What's
a
your
second.
name?
I'm getting
Cooking
it.
on the farm.
I'm doing that right now, looking them up.
Oh, Cooking on the Farm. So this is a new channel, huh?
Yes.
Oh,
Cooking
wow.
on the Farm. Welcome.
Hold up.
Being tough here.
hold
on
up.
They do live streams yet?
No, they were only 2 weeks old. I believe it's only 3 videos they have on the channel.
I
Yeah,
thought
they're
you
gonna be,
sent me
they're
a
gonna be
link
tough to
earlier.
find here. Give me a second.
Better than me.
Well, it doesn't even show up when I put Cooking on the Farm in the chat. What the heck?
Hold up.
I'm looking for them because it's pulling up.
I got it.
Oh, you got it?
Yeah. She
All right.
just sent me the link so I can.
All right. What we got
Thank you,
here?
Courtney.
You're welcome. I'm fast at something.
Yay! I'll
Oh,
tell you-
okay. They've got 4 videos now.
Well, I'll tell you what, Cooking on the Farm. You stick around here and you'll have a whole bunch in a quick hurry.
Yeah.
Let's go check. Okay, I'll tell you what, guys. This is what I'm going to do. Who just popped in here? Lone Star.
Like
Okay.
his mouse is not cooperating.
All right, so hold on, guys. I'm going to do something here. We're going to do a screen share. You guys want to mute your mics for a sec. So here we are, guys. I don't know how many I got in the room. Here's Cooking on the Farm, guys. Here's her channel. She's brand new from YouTube. Brand new to YouTube. And her name is Rachel. My husband David and I have different hobbies. God, family. Hey, God's a good one. I like that one. Family, farm work, cooking, and filming. We decided to put something of interest to work. So she has a great about page in here. She's got some videos. She's worked deviled eggs. You should try the smoked deviled eggs. You should go check out my YouTube and my video on that. You'll love it. So do Courtney or Jess, Jess a favor. And let's sit here and we're going to mute this. But this is the correct way to do this. Let's find one here that's 6 minutes. Okay, it's already muted. So the proper way to actually do a YouTube is say hello. Ooh, can't spell either. Meet ya. There's the old comment. And we'll hit the old subscribe. And then I'll turn on all notifications. And we'll shrink that back down and we'll let that play in the background. Oops.
You do it the exact same way everybody laughs at me for doing it. That's exactly what I do. I put it on a whole different tab. I'll comment, let it play in the background. Everybody laughs at me for doing that. So cheers to you for doing that.
Absolutely. That's the proper way of doing things.
Exactly. Exactly. I mean, even if you're on a live stream, just leave it running in the background. That's the best.
So there you go, Cooking on the Farm. Welcome aboard and stick around because it does get crazy around here. And I have a couple few friends that have quite large channels and we can get you up there in a quick hurry. I'm not as big as Courtney is yet. So when I get to her standard, I could do more. Courtney, you got to unmute your mic first. You know. You
Oh,
can't
good.
talk.
I
Can't hear you. You're just like this.
Hello, Natty.
My channel is not big, Mark.
What?
Well, it's not small.
It's not exactly big either.
That's what
Whose
she said.
channel? Yours?
Yes.
Jess has the biggest channel, right?
My computer died. No,
Nice.
not my computer, my keyboard.
I have the biggest channel. Is that what you just said?
No, I think Gil does. It's 1,600.
I was gonna say I don't think mine's anywhere close to Mark's there.
Nowhere even near. I'm not even a speck on Mark's thing.
So there you go, cooking on the farm.
He's still at Park Farm.
One thing I do like to do is I like to support the homestead and the farming community. Obviously, I'm a homesteader, so I will support you and kick you out there. But get some more videos out. That'll help out a lot more.
Even if it's live streams, it'll help.
Yeah. I don't think they can live stream until they're, I don't know, was it at 100 or something?
Well, I mean, I'm at 560, and I can still live stream off of like StreamYard as long as I'm at home. But I mean, I only stream when I'm here. But
Well, cooking on the farm, if you get a video camera, can do it that way. Next time I'm up, I'll pull you up on the old panel here, and you can introduce yourself. And I mean, we have 25, 39 thumbs up, so 39 people in the room for just putting it out and saying I'm on live. Ain't bad.
I can make it 38.
that's a wrong
Chris is
homestead.
in the
Do you know?
chat.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Just kidding.
Chris is in the chat saying he's pretty sure he has the biggest channel.
So
What were you saying, Lone Star?
I heard. Well,
Yeah,
two quick
well,
things. I actually heard two things. So a community over competition, community over competition. That's like probably one of the best YouTube things I've ever heard. And two, Rolling Homestead. Are you familiar with Jules? Either like his gardening or his music channel? Is that where I may have met you before, or Jimmy C?
Jimmy C sounds familiar.
I'm trying to figure out where I met you because obviously I met you and I've let you comment. Maybe Jimmy C or Jules.
I'm probably all over the place because I do that.
I enjoy the homesteading stuff though. Like I watch all kinds of homesteading videos and it's just impressive, like how people do stuff.
Are you on I know I do some of the beer. I go on some of the beer ones too once in a while because I do like craft beers and stuff. I think it was craft beer pours. I think I was on his
CBPs, craft beer pours. Yeah. That may be where I found you then. On CBPs. Okay. Yep, maybe.
We do have a webcam with our computer. Well, like I said, cooking on the farm. The next time that I'm up, and it'll probably be more often now. We'll bring you on the panel. I like to introduce people, and actually, Lone Stars. This is your first time up here too, ain't it?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So we got to do that for Lone Star like I did before here. So hang on, guys.
And I'm actually may I promote what I'm doing on Friday, or do you not allow promotions? A lot of people are like, So I want to step on toes. My first time here, so.
All right, guys. So here's Lone Star's channel. Look at that. Does live streams too?
Oh yeah.
About. So here's another one. This is how, and this is actually the true way to do it. If you want to keep your subscribers and you want to have them a part of your channel and not wake up in the morning and say, where did all these people go?
Where have all the cowboys?
Number one thing to do is make a 2 to 5 minute. Oh, it's showing which one's live now. An intro. So let's say if I switch over to my other channel, it says Welcome Rolling Homestead. It's 5 minutes long. It gives the opportunity for somebody to come over and watch a video and do what they need to do. So if you have a shorter video, hit them up. let it play in the background. Don't forget to leave a comment.
You know who Get Her Done Granny is?
Get her done.
Actually, I shaved my beard in this video that you're watching. I shaved my beard because Get Her Done Granny, if you know who she is,
Yep.
that was in tribute to her. I actually shaved my beard 3 weeks ago.
I actually shaved mine on October 31st because Quebec Homestead and me had a bet and I lost.
Oh, wasn't the best, never fun.
I had a friend do that last year.
So there you do that. Click the bell, let it ring, and then let it run in the background.
Let it ring, let it ring.
There you go.
I appreciate you, man.
And the other thing too, guys, is like I always like to do is I do that, and what'll happen is it'll show up on the left side of my screen. And if you look on it, you click your bell, it'll show all your new subscribers that you just subscribed to with little dots, green dots on there. So in the morning, I like to go in and I'll spend time in there looking.
Where is this?
If you go to the left screen of your YouTube page, you're gonna see 3 lines on the top right next to YouTube. If you drop that down, it shows all your subscribers and it shows who's live and everything else. You hit show more. Are you just messing around or what?
No,
I'm actually.
Brian said, "Who likes beer, you sinners?" And I was like,
So Viper right here. So if I look, I'll share this out again.
I know the 3 lines, and show more shows all the channels, but mine are in alphabetical
I
order.
never knew about the lines though.
See, and then what'll happen is like right here is cooking on the farm. So right there's that one because she's the last one I subscribed to. But now,
But if you refresh it, if you refresh that, oh, yours are not. See, yours are not like mine. Mine are capital. Mine are alphabetically ordered.
mine are too if I put it that way. But it just
I don't even know how.
This is important for you guys to watch that because
That about video is what you're saying is that like a main focal point?
my about video is it describes what your channel's about, and it's a cool thing to have because not only does your banner really tell who you are and what you're about, but if I go to an about page, I want to know what your channel's about, and a 5-minute video is a great way to show people, hey, my name is Rolling Homestead. We do all kinds of stuff on the homestead, and we make everything naturally. So people actually get to see what it's about in a short, real quick, flashy, in-your-face kind of
What are you
video.
pointing at me for?
He likes pointing at you.
You trying to pick my nose again?
I mean, I could point at him.
So Holt Park Farm, Lone Star, my husband is going to love your channel. There you go. So guys,
There it is. Multitask.
we're gonna throw his link into the chat here, guys, so you can go over and subscribe to his channel.
Subscribe. Click it and hit the bell.
Remember, please do it correctly. There is a lot of channels out there, guys, that will get you hooked into these. Let's build a community, and they are great. I've got some really good friends of mine that do that, and it's awesome. But if you don't do it correctly, what you're going to do is you're going to give a person some hope because they're going to come in and they got 30 new subscribers when they left your live stream, and then all of a sudden they wake up in the morning and they're down to 2 because it wasn't done correctly.
Yeah, it's true. I remember you've been saying this for years.
Yeah.
I remember like when I first found your channel and you went live and we were doing this. I remember you featured my channel. I wasn't even on the panel. You featured my channel on a live stream and you were saying this, like, do this, do that, do this, then that. Because if you don't, it's true. And it does, it's true.
Hey, Joy, blessed life. Goodness, it is. It's absolutely true. And it can affect somebody because I remember everybody starts small, and I remember being, Gil, your mic is muted. There you go.
All right.
Sorry.
Yeah, I was coughing. I didn't want to cough in everybody's ear. Yeah, I did a video on that, Mark, about how to support channels, and I took it one step farther. I did how to support channels that have just monetized, and basically, most people didn't know this, is that when you click on someone's channel and you got an ad playing, don't skip the ad, because that's how they get the monetization to help the channel. Now, every now and then you'll see a long one. I have seen several hour-plus ads on Corsair trainers, and he's seen them on mine. And what we do is, so to let the ad play, but we want to watch the video, we go up to the tab and we right-click on the tab, and then about halfway down it says duplicate. And you click that duplicate, all of a sudden now you have two of them. And you skip it on the one and you let the ad play on the other. So you watch the video while the ad's playing on the other tab.
You beat me to it, Courtney. I was gonna do Jess too.
My computer's really slow, but I got it on my phone. So
that's once someone is newly monetized, to help them out, you go and you watch their videos. And if you have an ad on it, let the ad play. But if you want to get straight to the video, duplicate it, and on the duplicate, skip the ad.
Growing
that way still plays for them, and they get the ad revenue credit. But you got to watch the video quicker.
Well, you guys got to let me know in the chat, because I used to do this a lot. If you want me to continue this, ask Viper, because Viper's been in my channel. Probably you and Glenn are the longest. I used to go and I used to highlight. I'd grab people's channels and I'd highlight them, just like I did for Lone Star and just like I did for the other one. You guys want me to continue to do that in the chat? Did you like that?
Yeah, it shows out some channels that we might be interested in.
Right. I mean, I don't like to do it with really brand new channels unless somebody said like Jess said, hey Mark, go check out this channel, because when you're new like that, there isn't a whole lot of content there yet. If I go say, hey, go check out this channel, and coming from me, people are going to go over there and check it out, and then you have like 5 or 6 videos. I like to have a little bit more involved in there, so I like to have a little bit bigger ones than that before I get behind them. But I absolutely kick in there.
I remember.
I like people who actually live stream and also make videos, just because like when they live stream or do premieres, when they're actually in the chat in the premieres, it lets you interact with them and let you tell them how good they're doing or what they can improve on. But live streams are just fun. Like I got your live stream up. I'm sure I know who, but I was like, I didn't know you live streamed, and now I know. So
I remember, if I'm correct.
Be right back, guys. I got to go check my fire. Take over the helm there, guys. I'll be right back.
Mark, I want to thank you for letting me on your panel, but I got to take off. It's 2:00 here, and
all right, Jess. We'll see you later.
Hi, Jess.
Thanks for coming.
You're welcome.
See you tomorrow night.
Nice to meet you.
I'll be right back.
Bye, Jess.
Bye.
Bye.
So is everybody in the States for the most part, or is everybody kind of scattered?
I live on the moon.
All right, I'm in Idaho. Courtney's in Ohio. Where are you at, Viper?
Antarctica.
Antarctica. Yeah.
I'm just kidding. I'm in California.
Yeah, I know. That's right. Yeah, you're over there in California.
Yeah. Yep. Well said.
Yeah.
Not for long.
So Lone Star, I take it you're down in Texas.
Yes, sir.
That's what I was going to ask you earlier. I was like, I don't want to stereotype.
Well, for now, like I'm actually in school. I'm in IT school, and once I graduate in June, I plan on getting like a telecommuting job in IT, getting rid of my car, getting rid of my apartment, getting an RV, and just traveling around and meeting YouTubers everywhere. Being a nomad, doing IT work, posting videos on IT, and just having fun.
That's the beauty of that line of work. Like my friend that passed away, he was like bookkeeping. I forget what it's called. Accounting, something. And basically his job was he could be mobile. As long as he's got internet and a laptop, you could go around the world. Rolling. I wanted to say before you left, while I remember and don't forget, if I remember correctly, I could be wrong. You used to do channels like, say for example, Courtney has like 800 subscribers. It's like, let's get her to 1,000, guys. Let's get her to 1,000. You know, and we would make a goal. And if it was like 2,500, we'd be like, let's get him to 3,000. You know what I mean? Like, and
thanks, Tyler.
I think you used to
give me a call sometime there, Mr. Buddy.
Okay, fine.
Thanks for the shout out. Anyway, you saying he's going to bed. Yeah, Viper, I used to do that. I used to do those kinds of things, and then the whole problem came out with people weren't doing it correctly. And what was happening is you get people's hopes up.
Yeah.
They see them numbers jump like that, and then all of a sudden the next morning, and especially now with YouTube analytics and how they all work, they can really make a damp. It can hurt your channel if you got all of a sudden you got these big spike of people, and then all of a sudden it drops back down. It throws you into this bad area. So I used to do that, and now I'm kind of like, I don't know.
Yeah, I understand. I understand.
That's why I live stream though, because you get
can only-
everybody in your chat when you live stream. Like everybody from every aspect of where you met everybody, they're all going to congregate in your live stream if you don't do it very often.
Yeah, that's that. But what he's talking about is a whole different thing, and
It's
you
the
can only
growth Friday.
you can only do your part and say, okay, guys, do it this way, do it like this, and make sure you do it right. And now it's in the hands of everyone else, and it's like, well, do we know they're doing it?
Yeah.
So I can see what you're saying. And
Hey,
and how-
Nicole, good to see you. I'm on live again.
Hey, what up, Nicole?
I want
So
my
here's
friend
another
to see
channel that
that
I guys. I'm gonna do this one quick. I'm gonna share this one real fast.
real fast.
Some people will have him. Some people may not have him. I don't know.
Yeah, buddy. Oh my goodness, I'm tired.
Hang on a second. I screwed that up.
He promotes his own channel.
It's my video that I made for Grayman. So here I had to share the audio on that side. So there you guys go. Go to that video is down in my
Who's hitting
stuff.
the microphone?
What?
Somebody.
Cover
Here.
mistakes.
Go check out Grayman Prepping. You can watch the video. Links in the description in the video. Go check him out. He has a lot of great information out there. And we were going to be doing together. We're going to be doing the wild edibles and medicinal plants, but there's going to be giveaways there also. So
I think that's what I think that's what got me when you said wild edibles. Like on your name, I saw your home there and said wild edibles. Like, oh, I'm intrigued. I think that's where I snagged you. I was intrigued about what you did.
the other thing, guys, is if you're looking, a lot of our videos, especially mine, are in 4K. So if you click this little cogwheel here, you'll see that this one's showing in 4K now. YouTube will automatically put it down to its default, which is 240 or 360. So if you guys are having problems watching somebody's video, check that cogwheel because
Yeah, it works. I have that issue sometimes too. My computer can't keep up, and I have to play with it. Sometimes the video will be faster than the audio, or vice versa.
if you guys too, if you're new here and you're looking at being a creator, I have no problem to helping people out on making videos and how to do that kind of stuff, and just ask about it.
So is there any way I can like? Is there any way that I can
learned
like?
something interesting this weekend about putting out videos. I didn't know about the hashtags in the description.
Yeah.
Yep.
And that
The
helps.
hashtags will get
First-
you. The
The
hashtags
first
will make
three
sure.
hashtags show above your video, above in your when someone looks at it, above the title there. And
Well,
so-
it all depends on the placement in your description, because
Mhm.
if you put the hashtags above the description, it'll show up on top. If you do it underneath, it'll show up underneath the description.
Well, actually, my hashtags are the last line in my description, but it pops up above the title, between the title and the
Oh, okay. Oh, that's
picture.
different.
Yeah, but it's the first 3 hashtags you have, because I didn't know about hashtags, and I was numbering all my videos. # for number.
Pound.
307, 30, up them, and all of a sudden these numbers start popping up because I had some references in my descriptions. Check out these other videos, and that popped up there. And I went, what the heck? Where's this coming from? And it had wound up finding a vidIQ video on hashtags, and watched that, learned how to do that and make corrections. So I got to go back all my old videos. They changed all the numbering system from the hashtag sign or the number sign to actually NO period.
All right, guys. Here's another
I'm
one.
trying to figure out how to direct the intro videos.
Intro videos are quick. Some are quick, some are fast. So if you guys are looking how to make some real flashy and intros and stuff like this was their intro for their 7-day Extreme Winter Challenge.
Yeah, buddy.
I hate to ask if there's a certain website to go to make that, but like that's what I'm trying to make is like a cool intro.
So nice.
Yeah, you can do some cool stuff in here in editing.
Yeah. So do you use Filmora or do you use? I'm not trying to like.
I use Filmora.
You do use Filmora? Okay. So I'm trying to use Filmora and I'm trying to use Giphy.
I use DaVinci Resolve.
Yeah. Those look good though, man. I like your intros.
I like that little.
I did that one on purpose because everybody's like, "You're just a homesteader."
Yeah, but you say you're just this, but it doesn't. People don't know your artistic ability, like what you can do on a computer. I mean, you may be a homesteader, but you got technical skills based on practice and what you've done before.
Absolutely. Well, I'm just a homesteader in disguise. I use Sony, but they kind of screwed me, so now I use Filmora. Yeah, cooking on the farm. Filmora is awesome. I mean, if you need any pointers on how to use it, it's
dude. Filmora it's difficult to use. I mean, I'm not even gonna lie. It's difficult.
Corey.
I try to use it, and I just butcher every single opening that I do. I'm like, yeah, one of these days.
Are you laughing? Are you trying to figure out that noise?
Yeah, a little bit.
It's my chair.
I just thought you were farting.
I mean, hold on.
Thanks,
how long
Burns.
How long have you been homesteading, Roland?
Oh,
Here it goes.
that sounded almost like a haunted house.
It's my armrest that's rubbing against the wood table.
Hey, Nicole, are you going to come up here or are you going to stay in the chat the whole night?
I hate to whip out on you guys, but I got to get up in 5
Thanks for subbing me, Lone Star. I just subbed you
and a half
back.
hours.
All right, very welcome.
So I'm going to slide on out of here.
All right,
I
Gil.
don't know. Look at that beautiful home of yours.
And one last little bit of self-promoting. I have a 1,500 subscriber giveaway going on. So if you need canning jar lids and stuff, check out my.
Can you say hello in the chat, por favor?
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, make sure you put your stuff in the chat, Gil.
All right, I'll put that video in the
Or
chat.
say hello. So I still, I mean, because like back in the day, you could just click, you can go to a name, click on it, and grab it. Now I just I just highlight it, go to open up another tab, and
Yeah, you gotta find them.
stick it in there. Yeah.
This
I think I'm
is-
gonna go to the junkyard and find a nice like luxury car and take the driver's seat out of it and mount it to this this thing. Hey, laugh at me, but it's gonna be powered and I'm gonna have adjustability, electronic. It'll be nice. I'll sit here and then I could just, you know,
The whole
adjust everything up and down.
All right, so I put the link into my 1,500 subscriber giveaway, and they go to my channel from the
Thank you, Gil. I got it. Thank you, sirs.
Yeah. So with stuff's going on around. What I'm giving away is I'm giving 4 boxes of wide mouth lids, 4 boxes of regular, and a Zippo
Good night, Chris.
Thanks,
emergency fire kit.
So do you have to
that's
like?
why
Did you have to put like any numbers in your comments, or just?
Thanks for coming in, Chris.
Well, basically the video I posted as the rules. Basically, what you got to do to enter in, just take the URL from that video, share it on Facebook, Twitter, whatever else, and then put the link to it where you shared it back in a comment.
So can I share it in Discord?
If you can grab the link from Discord where it's at and put it in there, showing that you put it in Discord. Yeah.
I do a screen print. I would do that.
Yeah. So it's I've had miscellaneous myths, whatever did put it in Discord and on YouTube. Yeah, and there's a couple others that have already been putting them out there, but yeah. So I'm trying to get as soon as I get to 1,500, that'll be the giveaway to my next one for aiming at 2,000. When I get close to 2,000, is going to be a bunch more fun stuff. Not quite as big as my 1,000 giveaway when I give away a $400 knife.
Good night, Chris Clevercraft.
All right, guys, I gotta hit the hay. Thanks for having
Good night, Gil. Nice to meet you, sir.
All right, Gil, take care.
Bye,
Have
Gil.
I'll say it's nice to meet everybody.
Slapper.
So I actually have a friend who made this thing for me.
Oh.
He's pretty talented, and he won't tell me how he did it, but whatever he does is pretty freaking fancy.
Damn it, it's not working.
Yeah, I do all I'm two's making the banners and green screens and everything else.
I mean, I don't even have a green screen. I'm using what the hell is this thing called? XSplit Cam, and it gives me I can actually post this behind me. So, because if I do a green screen on StreamYard, my whole face is distorted. I use XSplit on this thing.
Distorted.
Yeah, I get rid of I do have a green screen, but that was like
That's freaking cool looking. It's like in clouds and shit. It's badass.
Yeah.
Cause I got this. I mean, I got all kinds of shit. Like I have a buddy who makes random ones for me. He's like, "Hey, you want this? You want that?" Like, not really, but appreciate you. I mean, he wants me to promote them like on the live streams I go on, because eventually he wants to sell them. It's like, okay, well, I'll freaking
Yeah, buddy.
try.
Well, guys, I think it's 1:30 in the morning.
Yes, sir. At
Oh,
least-
it is? No, here it's 2:30.
See, here it's 1:25, but there's another one in front of the one, so it's 11:20.
So I want to say thank you for everybody that came in the chat and spent their time with us, their night. Thank
Yes.
everybody up on the panel for coming up and joining us.
Thank you, Mark, for having us.
Oh, no problem. I will be on again soon. I like to do it. So one of these days we'll have to, we'll go and raid Courtney and Jess when they're on live just to make a statement.
But thank you for allowing me on panel. I know you took a chance, but thank you.
Hey, I don't have any problem with that. It was nice meeting you, and we'll see you around, man.
Absolutely.
Welcome aboard.
Laters.
Bye,
Bye.
everybody.
See ya.
You guys take care. God bless, and we'll see you on the next one.
Quick, get out of here.